Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragon Quest. We've been playing this for a really long time, but I promise we are nearing the end of the journey. I am in the middle of Act 3, I guess, like post-game. There's more like story stuff post-game. So, we went back in time to right before Veronica died. So Jasper is already dead, which he did not die in the original timeline until way late. Jax has traveled back through time, arriving in the Arborian Highlands with the Sword of Shadows in hand. Upon reaching Arboria, he is reunited with his companions, and they journey together to the heart of Yggdrasil. When they get there, everything happens as it did before, and they are attacked by Jasper. But armed with his new sword and knowledge of what his enemy is planning, our hero is able to thwart the attack and give Jasper his just desserts. No sooner has that happened than King Carnelian arrives with Hendrik at his side. Jasper pleads pitifully with the king to help him, but his master strikes him down, killing him in cold blood. Jax then reverently retrieves the Sword of Light from the heart of Yggdrasil. King Carnelian reaches out to touch it, but an unseen force suddenly strikes his hand away. His plan seemingly frustrated for now, the king revises his strategy and invites all present to a feast at Heliodor Castle before disappearing. Okay, so in Act 2, you cannot go to Heliodor at all, so I want to run around and talk to everybody. I feel strangely tense. You go into Heliodor Castle, but you can't talk to any of the people in Heliodor. A church is a haven in life's storm. I can highly recommend prayer and quiet reflection from time to time. You might want to go climbing around on the roofs one of these days. There's a ladder in an alleyway over to the west that'll get you up there. Get a load of this. Sir Hendrik just rode past, and when I shouted more power to your elbow, he only went and turned round. The king himself even glared at me for half a second. I've had a real brush with greatness. More power to your elbow? Wow, Sir Hendrik, you say? And the king? Well, how about that? Meat, get your delicious meat. Listen to the latest clever thing my darling husband said. Just because something might seem useless, that doesn't mean it is. Keep hold of everything you find just in case. Exactly. This lady is my spirit animal. Except for those old Justilian coins, of course. The only thing they're good for is selling. Oh, I don't know if I have any of those. See, look at my item bag. I have so much stuff. Oh, I do. I do have a Justilian shilling and 2 Justilian sovereigns. I mean, I have a lot of money though, so I guess I just didn't really feel like it. I have almost 200,000 coins. Normally the square is nice and peaceful, but today everyone's running around like headless chickens. I have a strange feeling there's something untoward afoot. I do hope I'm mistaken. Something strange is afoot at the Circle K. Now that's what I call music. All the grown-ups are being strange and fidgety. What's going on? So infectious, I just want to dance. Wee, woohoo, hee hee, you're fun. Check it out, yeah? Baby, you're the one. Top tune, innit? It's so weird walking around Heliodor again. So you're a traveler, eh? Well, I don't know where you're from, but around here we don't go barging into people's houses without so much as by your leave. You know what? I think he said that to me the first time I came in here. Because I remember with some NPCs, I'm like so surprised when they say something to me when I like open their wardrobes and stuff. Why does this guy have so many doors to the outside? So that's the door I came in, that's the front door. I guess that would be the back door. So I guess that's normal, having a back door, but then why do you have a side door? He said, what's all this then? Because I broke his pot. door is locked from the other side. Okay, can't go in there. Okay, let's cover this side first. I came here looking for some excitement, but there's nothing going on. Maybe I should stick to the main drag rather than loitering in the back alleys. Hey Rebecca, how are you? Spooky cat, hello. I'm good, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Okay, cannot go into any of those. A ladder here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever went up this ladder. No, this doesn't look familiar. Hello, hello! Get Awesome Gaming, hello, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Shoo! Shoo! I'm absolutely convinced there's treasure down this chimney, but I can't stand dark places, so I'm too scared to go down and have a look. Oh my god, I never did this. You know what? You go to Heliodor so early that I probably didn't find a ton of stuff. Oh, is this... Wait a minute, what? Is this that guy's house where the door was locked? That I was just in? Oh, there's a treasure chest over there. That's good, and I'm good as well, thanks. And also, I'm Cat, I changed my name. Oh, I see. Okay, because it's spooky season. Bless you, thank you, Cat. Good, trying to put down this white chocolate popcorn before I eat the whole bag and hate myself. Well, I mean, a gold bracer. I mean, how big is the bag, though? Because, like, if it's a small bag, you don't need to feel bad. Oh my god, I love popcorn. Yes, it is the guy's house that I was just in. I mean, a gold bracer and... Oh my god, you can just climb back up? How does he climb back up the chimney? A gold bracer and 5 coins, not really valuable at this stage of the game, but it's cool to know that I, you know, found something that I hadn't found before. Okay. So it doesn't look like I can go into any of these places. Helping my son sell popcorn for scouts, and of course we bought a few tins ourselves. I should know better than to open it this late. Well, you know, once you commit, you cannot quit. So, yeah, all back there, I can't go into any of those doors, which is fine. Here's my idea of a perfect evening. Work out, feel the burn, eat till you're fit to burst, and go for a nice long walk. If you're going to travel the world, you're going to run into monsters, and that means you need to get ripped. Do it, do it! Oh. See, that's just another door to this guy's house. See, why do you have so many doors to the outside? Okay, what? Where is the weapon shop? Oh, here it is. Oh, right here. Okay, the map is confusing. No one sells sharper swords than me, mate. You can look, but you'd probably best not touch. Oh, you know what? Let's sell. So we can sell the gold bracer. 175 coins. That is like nothing to me now. Nothing! Gold bar. I am not sure if that's used as a crafting material or if I can sell that. Armor is every adventurer's best pal. When the chips are down, it'll always be there for you. So come on, what do you say? See, this is all he's selling. See, this is like very early game stuff. Okay, so I'm back here in the middle. Seems the king is hosting someone rather important up at the castle. I wonder who it could be. If you're interested, you should head up there yourself. Go straight up this road, climb the steps, keep going, and Bob's your uncle. But remember, they don't let anyone in at night. That's not the half of it then. Then he natter. I don't know if I've talked to the people over here. Tomorrow, I'll reach the threshold to apply for my first tier of monetization, so I'm excited about that. Oh, nice! Congratulations! That's awesome! Greetings, honored luminary. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive us for persecuting you so. But fear not, we know the whole truth now. King Carnelian has explained all. You must make your way to the castle. I'm sure His Majesty will be eager to see you. If I stand up here, I can see folks walking down below. Sometimes they see me and smile, and we have a little bit of a moment. Okay? So very busy. Why are all the soldiers going up to the castle? Is something going on? It's not the king's birthday already, is it? His Majesty King Carnelian and the noble Sir Hendrik have returned safely from their latest expedition, and we give thanks for their safe return. We've been expecting you, Jax. The king has told us everything that happened. Please accept my apologies for all that we put you through. The preparations for the feast are well underway, and I'll be here making sure no riffraff can get in. You relax and enjoy yourself. Jax, welcome to Heliodor Castle. And you really are welcome this time. Sorry about all that darkspawn business. Roll up, roll up. That's a price, take it or leave it. Is that really the best you can do? What is going on? This place is crawling with guards and everyone seems to be really tense. Who knows, maybe another king has come to visit? Something strange is going on, I just know it is. There are soldiers all over the place. Is there something we haven't been told about? How beautiful. So you're the hero who climbed up on the roof and came to the rescue, eh? Nice one, mate. She looks pleased as punch to have her cat back. This is the very first side quest I did. This girl was looking for her cat who was on one of the roofs. Thank you so much for getting my kitty back, mister. I'm glad you didn't get stuck on the roof too. If you got up on the roof, you can get onto others. You can probably even climb down chimneys. Yes, but can I climb up them? You name it, I probably got it. Don't leave without getting stocked up on all your adventuring essentials. Because that chimney I went down, I somehow was able to climb back up it. So then he says to me, natter, natter, check it out. Heliodor has got a lot of little alleyways and little back areas. Woohoo! It looks lively up at the castle, and it smells like they're cooking up a storm in the kitchens. Is there some kind of banquet planned? Not likely. This is King Carnelian we're talking about. He's hardly known for his hospitality. Don't tell anyone I said that, will you? Really? I mean, I thought he was a nice guy. I mean, before Mordigan possessed him. I thought he was supposed to be a nice guy. I need to get the shopping done. Let's go, Mummy. So if you need to get the shopping done, why are you just letting your kids do whatever? Okay, so Heliodor's got a lot of buildings and like places people are living, but they're not. You can't go into most of them. Downtown Heliodor is a hive of waifs, strays, drifters, cut purses, and ne'er-do-wells. Mind you stay well clear. Oh, so you can go down here. So you couldn't go, the first time you go to Heliodor, you can't come down here for a while. This is like the slums of Heliodor. Come on, mister, you ain't busy or nothing. Come and play hide and seek with us. Come off it, will you? If you want to play with your kids your own age. Why would I want to play hide and seek? I'm a grown man. Now get out of my hair, will you? So downtown Heliodor is not very big. Hello, love. Have you seen all the nippers playing hide and seek around town? It's all the rage with the little ones these days. Word is young Camo's the sneakiest of the lot. And the ears on the boy, there ain't a bit of gossip he don't catch. Told me the other day he's got something juicy on the guard down at the gate there. Yeah, I remember that. So you have to distract this guard. Not so fast, you. There's no way you're coming through here. Of course, there's one way to get me to change my mind. I'm talking about cold hard cash, and lots of it. 2,000 gold coins to be precise, so what do you say? No. Well, in that case, there's nothing doing. Maybe I suggest you make yourself scarce? Sharpish. I don't remember that. I don't remember that you're able to bribe him, but I remember he's scared of dogs. So you have to, like, help a kid do something that I can't remember. You have to, like, do something for him, and then he lets you borrow his dog. And then you just, like, have the dog run up to that guard, and he runs away. See the veg in the shop? Well, guess who smuggles it over from the other side of the wall? That's right, yours truly. It's good stuff, eh? I mean, fair enough, some of it's a little on the ripe side, but it's still tasty. You wouldn't believe the things them rich lot chuck away. Roll up, get your fresh veg here. I got your onions, your spuds, the whole lot. Don't go eating them raw, mind you. Now, you'll want to boil them for a good 2-3 hours first. Maybe disinfect them a bit and all. Heh, nice one, Bullseye. That great big coward of a guard nearly weed himself when he saw you. What do you think you're staring at, eh? Get lost. You what? You want to borrow me, dog? You're having a giraffe, ain't you? Look, I ain't got time for this. Go on, sling your hook? Bullseye here is a lone wolf like me. He don't take kindly to strangers. But you know what? Some holy water and a buzzberry or two might change his mind. What are you gawping at me like that for? It ain't like I'm asking much. Just go and shake the tree and grab some berries in it. Go out of town, down the walkway thing and straight on. Big tree, funny berries on it. Bosh. And as for holy water, well, that's easy. Buy it from a shop. And remember, I didn't say holy water or buzzberries. I want them both, otherwise no deal. Yeah, so you have to give her, like, the buzzberries and holy water, and then she lets you borrow with a dog. Life isn't easy for a trainee sorceress, let me tell you. I mean, how am I supposed to do any magic with my tummy rumbling like this? If only there was a spell that could summon a big loaf of freshly baked bread. Oh, there's a red door down here? What? I don't remember this at all. 5,000 gold coins. So, but you can't get down here until this part. Like, the ability to open those red doors, you get it after you can't get into Heliodor anymore. So they wanted you to do this part, to come back and get that red door. What's that, love? You're after a way to get past the guard? What are you two rascals up to, eh? Well, that's your business, I suppose. All I can say is he's a young chap, so he's probably got love on his mind most of the time. You know what men are like, eh? A year or two back, I could have turned his head myself, you know. That was quite a stunner in me day. But them days are gone, I'm afraid. I mean, you know, as long as you are taking care of yourself, there's no reason that you can't look young for a really long time. Haha, now we know his weak spot. Petrified he was. How'd he make it through guard school? That's what I want to know. Ah, that's the funniest thing I've seen in years. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? No. You're kidding? Haha, you missed the sight of the century. See that guard over there? Well, the harmless little doggy went up to him and he went to pieces, shaking like a wheat leaf he was. She did it on purpose, of course, the little rascal who owns him. Hates the bloke, she does. Haha, so you saw it too. I can't remember the last time I laughed that much. Okay, so we've already done the dog and the guard, I guess? Although, wait, that doesn't make sense because the guard is still in front. The guard's still in front of the gate or whatever. Hehe, welcome to the mysterious realm of the magnificent Mistress Bev. Don't cross me palm with silver and I'll read your fortune anyway. Hehe, well, fancy it. Well, I know you're gonna say that, obviously, but if you ever change your mind, love, you know where to find me. It won't cost you a thing, remember? Okay, now yes. I knew you'd say that. Hee hee. Right, here goes. Tell me, mysterious rulers of fate, what's this lank-haired lad got on his plate? Oh, dear me, dear oh dear, oh dear. I see pain and sadness, and a big helping of grief and misfortune to boot. But do not despair, you can avoid all this misery with just one wise investment. This top-notch item would normally cost you an arm and a leg, but I'll sell it to you for the jaw-droppingly knockdown price of only 100 gold coins, so what do you say? No. You what? After I gave you your free reading and all? Cheeky little tow rag? Well, don't blame me if the sky comes crashing down on your head. Go on, clear off. Yeah, I bought that from her before. I think it's just a holy water for 100 coins, but like in shops, they're only like 10 coins, so she's scamming you. I couldn't find camo anywhere, but never mind that. I found a juicy mushroom down in the dump. I'm going to eat it for me tea. You won't find armor at better prices than this, believe me. Brand spanking new kit at knockdown prices. You can't say fairer than that. Welcome to the armor shop. What can I do for you? Nothing with those products. Alright, mate, want to hear something good? It'll cost you 5 coins for some proper juicy info. What do you say? No. Can't spare a measly 5 gold coins with no skin off my nose, but if you change your mind, you know where I am. I think it's the one that told me about the guard. No, wait, the kit told me about the guard. I don't remember. I'm gonna find you, camo. I'm gonna find you if that's the last thing I do. Come out, wherever you are. You after something, sunshine? Well, we don't serve kids in here. Sling your hook. Are you looking for work? Well, you can have all the shifts you want as long as you don't mind not getting paid. Nah. Welcome and all that. New stock may not be much to look at, but it's the quality that counts. Oh, she's an item shop. Oh, whoa. See, there's holy water. Oh, it's 20 coins. But anyway, yeah, that lady is scamming you. That other lady is scamming you because she'll sell you a holy water for 100 coins when you can just buy it at a shop for 20. Alright there, tell me, are you sorted for swords? Bristling with blades? It's a dangerous world out there, so it pays to be prepared. I don't know much about this luminary character, but I know they should lock him up and throw away the key. When guards need to get off their backsides and track him down. Guess the news hasn't made it down here yet. Welcome to Town Heliodor, the grimy little secret the posh folks over the wall don't want you to know about. Hang about. You've been here before, ain't you? Then why the heck have you come back? This ain't no place for sightseers. Clear off. Hello, Calyx. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Welcome to my fine establishment. It may be small, but it's perfectly formed. You'll have a great night's sleep, I guarantee it. 35 coins? The singer bloke knows what he's talking about. Things might look bleak, but you can't go giving up. After all, who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm living in Heliodor, working for the man, and I'm just trying to do the best I can. But no matter how bad things might get, I can't give up. The game ain't over yet. Oh, the game is not over yet, of course. I've been playing this game for like 120 hours. This is a gurgle. Doing good, thanks for asking. Good to hear that. Okay, that's going to the Heliodor foothills. Okay, I think I talked to... oh, there's a church here. It's rare indeed for travelers to brave this rather down-at-heel part of town, but since you are here, I recommend you talk to the locals. Some of them are rather rough and ready, but they've good hearts for the most part. Now, what brings you to our church in the dead of night? How was your weekend, Calyx? Oh, I didn't even see these guys here. Roxy, darling, you rock my world. Nobody does it better than Roxy. No, I'll never get tired of watching her do her stuff. Not in a million years, mate. Or I don't know what I'd do without Roxy. All me problems, all me worries, they just disappear when she starts dancing. Ah, she's the best. Oh, handsome, you're new. Let me guess, come from somewhere out in the sticks to see yours truly strutter stuff, have you? Tee-hee, thought so. Well, enjoy. I ain't short on fans, you know. Even the little nippers love me. There's this one in particular, but he ain't around at the mo. Probably off playing hide and seek. Quite a character, that one. Got all these hidey holes around town, he has. Sits in him on earwigs on all the latest gossip, the cheeky little toe rag. Where's that guy that wanted 5 points for information? I don't remember what that is, but I could give him 5 points. Right, so if it's juicy info you're after, I got it. Firstly, oranges are an excellent source of juice. But don't forget about bananas, some little fellas are juicier than you think. Well, you don't believe me? Go and get some fruit and try it out for yourself. Juice is the future, you better believe it. What? That was his information? Okay, yeah, that was worth 5 points. I was pretty wild in my younger days, let me tell you. Always up to no good I was. Spent a fair bit of time in the dungeons for me troubled and all. Now I'm repaying my debt to society by working as a night watchman. Trust me, crime don't pay, so keep your nose clean and stay out of trouble. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so that he wasn't around before in the daytime, but now that it's nighttime, he's here. Bless you. Thank you, Kalex. Bless you. Thank you, GC. And no, you were here. I already talked to you. Wait a minute, what? Wait, isn't this where I came from? So how did this guy let me, so that guy let me in here? He won't let me out? Alright, we're not gonna pay him 2,000 coins to get back to Heliodor, we'll just zoom. Okay, so it is nighttime, so I can't go into the castle right now. That's okay though, we can run around and talk to everybody else, since that's what I want to do anyway. Oh, but you know what? Since it is nighttime, people might not be out. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna zoom to campsite. We'll just rest for the night. And then we'll get it back to being daytime, and then we'll go talk to everybody, because if I try to talk to everybody at night, I won't get everybody. Okay, did I do a party talk?
Fabulous!
Come on, honey, let's show Heliodor how to party. That town won't know what's hit it. Oh, I just can't wait to strut my stuff. I can hear my audience calling, and I'm not gonna let them down. Listen, Jax, I know getting invited to Heliodor by the king is a big honor and stuff, but don't go getting a big head, you hear? Let's just stay cool and enjoy ourselves. I can't wait to see what delicious delicacies they serve up. Being invited to a banquet in Heliodor is an honor, but I can't help feeling nervous about it. It's silly, though. I mean, when you first went to Heliodor, you were on your own, weren't you? I wish I was half as brave as you.
Yeah!
When I was locked up in that dingy cell, I never thought I'd ever be the guest of honor at Heliodor Castle. I can't wait to see the look on the guards' faces when they see me. Heh, this is gonna be sweet. Sorry, laddie, I was miles away. Now let's get to Heliodor. We've got some feasting to do. It's strange. I've been wanting to be with my father again for so many years, but now I can't help but feel heavy-hearted about the prospect. I'm his daughter, and I should want to spend time with him, especially after all the time we spent apart. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess I leveled up at the forge. Hephaestus Flame. You've learned Hephaestus' Flame, which is a special forging move known as a master stroke. Every now and again when you're hammering away, you'll have a flash of inspiration, which will allow you to let loose just the most incredible of abilities, but only once per forging session. After you use it, you'll get a message telling you you're primed for greatness, and any bash or flourish will send the gauges soaring, but will stop them as soon as they reach the sweet spot. But be careful, it only lasts one turn. So if you waste it on increasing the temperature or something else that doesn't involve striking, you'll only have yourself to blame. Oh, okay. slime drop. I need a slime drop. Okay. I won't bother with that right now. You know, I forgot that all the characters except for Luminary go back to what they had equipped and what they were before at this point in the game. Because my Luminary is like all decked out. He's got the super sword of light and like +3 everything, and everybody else is just not at that point. But I worked so hard on Jade, Rab, and Serena. Okay, so I did all down here. There I was, just gazing into the middle distance of when who should charge past but the king and Sir Hendrik. The two of them don't often go running about the place together. I wonder what they were up to. Oh, Sir Hendrik, you say, and the king? Well, well, how about that? Get a load of this. Oh, I talked to him. I thought I talked to that guy too. It's been a fair old while, but Sir Jasper still hasn't returned. I do hope nothing's happened to him. The king and Sir Hendrik arrived back at the castle ages ago. Where could he have got to? Ah, yes, where could have Jasper gotten to? So between the two of them, Sir Jasper and Sir Hendrik have made Heliodor a nigh-on unbeatable military force. Fancy that. I'm so glad you shared that with me. Now I feel a lot closer to my heroes, and I feel a lot safer knowing they're around to protect Heliodor. This just goes to show there are all kinds of amazing facts just sitting in books waiting to be read. If you see a bookshelf with a red book, make sure to have a good leaf through it. Oh yeah, I think I did a side quest for that guy, where he wanted to know more about Hendrik and Jasper. But you know what? I never liked Jasper, but I didn't like Hendrik either because they were like really rude. They were always really rude. Hendrik was like really annoying though, because he was constantly chasing me, and every time he showed up, I would be like, this guy again? Because I mean, he was always like right behind me. A medicinal herb, oh my god. Those are like completely useless at this point in the game. Actually, I don't even use items. Like, okay, like, special medicine, 90 HP, okay, I mean, I guess that's better, but medicinal herbs, they only restore 30 HP, that is nothing at this level, nothing. Greetings, Jax, we've been ordered by the king to extend the utmost courtesy to you. Please, go ahead. His Majesty has been waiting for you to arrive ever since he returned to the castle, please go ahead. When I grow up, I'm going to be a big, tough soldier, just like Sir Hendrik. Boys are so stupid, running around like idiots all the time. Oh boy. I bet Sir Jasper and Sir Hendrik never acted like that. When I grow up, I'm going to be an amazing military tactician just like Sir Jasper. My boy keeps saying he wants to be a soldier when he grows up, but I wish he'd choose a less dangerous career. A baker, perhaps, or a postman? Now's not the time to be a soldier with all these monsters running around. He could get himself hurt. Well, I mean, he's still little, you know, like, most little kids don't actually become the things they say they want to be. Like, little kids, you know, they want to be like astronauts or doctors or something, and most of the time they don't actually do that. You're the ultimate item hoarder. I might need it. You don't know. What is in this house? Oh, wait, whoa. Was that Stark's house? No. I don't think. No, wait, I think it was. Wait, no, it wasn't. Was it? Dirk shop. No, that's right. Okay, so who was in this house? Dirk shop is across the square. Oh, there's Dirk. Is Strike a light, it's you, Eric's new best pal. It's good to see you alive and well. If you're planning on hanging up to the castle, make sure they don't check you in the dungeons again, won't you? That would be good. Why, hello, Charmed, I'm sure. One is lucky enough to be married to the magnificent Dirk. He has told us such an awful lot about you. One understands that the king has personally invited you to the castle. Dirk seems rather more excited about it than you are. Yeah, well, I guess the luminary doesn't show a ton of emotion. But you know, these like silent protagonists, I mean, I've never really been into them, but a lot of games have these silent protagonists where they don't say anything, hence the name silent protagonist, and they don't really show any expression. Although the luminary, like, he does have facial expressions. But they do that because they want the player to feel like they're the character, which I just never really felt that way. I never really felt like I was the character. Like, I mean, I don't mind playing as like a character. There's a small note on the door. Jax takes a closer look. One is currently indisposed. Shan't be long. Those are not. Some of those words are not correct. You see, Metaphor Refantasio. It got a ridiculous Metacritic at 94. Reviewers saying it's good as Persona. Same studio that made Persona 5. I'm going to play it on release and tell you if it's any good. Okay, sound good. Wow, I didn't know it had gotten such good reviews. Our king is amazing. He lost his young daughter, but he didn't let it break him. No, he just kept giving everything for its kingdom. He never allowed his sadness to show. I'm sure he was thinking of all of us. He didn't want us to worry about him. What a man. I just heard the guards gossiping about some princess or other. I wonder who they were talking about. The last princess of Heliodor died years ago. Oh, are you heading to the castle? Well, who knows? If you're lucky, you might catch sight of whoever the king's special guest is. But if you're going up there to speak to him, you might be out of luck. If the preparations are anything to go by, he'll be more than preoccupied with toasting his visitor. Looks like this has a pretty good post-game. Oh, yeah? Yeah, the review embargo dropped today. Oh, okay. So I can go in these houses, but then I can't go into any of the rooms. I mean, that's fine. Less people for me to talk to. I had no idea Heliodor had a princess. To think she went missing all those years ago and she's only returned now. And from what people are saying, she's a fine figure of a woman. So Princess Jade has returned. I've heard her name, but I've never seen her. I dare say she'll turn out to be very beautiful. Her mother was a real looker, after all. I overheard some guards talking. Apparently Princess Jade has returned, and everyone thought she was dead. Goodness knows where she's been or what she's been doing. All I know is she was just a little girl when she went missing. She's been through a lot, I'm sure. Yes, she has. The doggy won't stop barking. No, it won't. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. They're calling it a fantasy Persona game. Should be interesting. I really wouldn't call this post-game. This is actual narrative that answers a lot of questions, voice acting, etc. Yeah. Well, I think it's, like, I call it post-game because I think it's, if it's, like, after the main storyline, because, like, the main storyline is beating Morrigan, right? And when you play this, you don't really expect that there's going to be something after beating Morrigan. I started reading the Berserk manga. Oh yeah, how's that? That nasty little thief who they banged up for breaking into the royal treasure rooms only went unescaped. Now they've docked all our pay, claiming we're grossly incompetent. If I could remember what the little blighter looked like, I'd hunt him down and tan his hide. I just saw all manner of delectable dishes being carried up to the castle. What can this banquet be in aid of? Well, I'm just glad the king has something to celebrate for once. I can hardly believe my eyes. A whole roast fawn, a barrel of ice from Sniffelheim, choice sweetmeats from Gondolia. Those are just some of the things we've been carting up to the castle. Meanwhile, the rest of us sit around with our tummies rumbling. Ice from Sniffelheim, so they can't make ice here? My goodness, are there some mouth-watering aromas drifting from the castle, but I wouldn't give to have a plateful of whatever it is they're making. Welcome back to Heliodor, Jax. The king has told us everything that happened. I've been posted here to make sure there are no goppers hanging around staring at you. Please go on ahead to the castle. So you're the luminary, are you? We heard they'd invited some VIP up there to the castle, but they never let us know the full details of what's going on. Still, it's probably best that the likes of me don't know what's going on. Ignorance is bliss and all that. Go on into the castle with you. By the way, is Adewale's real name Adewale, or is that just his YouTube name? That's just his YouTube name. He named himself after his favorite character from Assassin's Creed. Get ready for a dark story, Anthony. Berserk is one of the darkest mangas of all time. Oh boy. Reading right to left takes some getting used to. Oh yeah, I bet. Jax, I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive us for all the injustices we have visited upon you. His Majesty wishes to apologize to you too. Please go ahead. He is waiting for you. The king has told us everything. It seems there was a terrible misunderstanding. I hope we can put it all behind us. Oh, and you may pass. A terrible misunderstanding, huh?
Fabulous! How wonderful!
Okay, they don't say anything different. I had always believed that the Queen and Princess Jade both lost their lives when Dungesil was attacked. To think Princess Jade survived and grew up to be such a fine young woman, I still can't believe it. If this isn't a miracle, I don't know what is. When the king thought he had lost his daughter, it hit him very hard. His personality seems to change overnight, but then going through something like that, I'm not surprised. I hope that having Princess Jade back with him after all these years will go some way to healing the pain it caused. So you can come in, you go into Heliodor Castle once before at the very beginning of the game, and then later in the game you come in here after Mordegon took over. Sorry, no entry. Castle is abuzz with rumors, and I rather suspect they center on you. How will this all pan out, I wonder? That makes sense. I have a friend named Adewale, and I was sure it's a West African name meaning crown. I saw his YouTube and saw he was white. I was thinking maybe he's just a light-skinned brother or something. No, he is white. Yeah, Adewale is his favorite Assassin's Creed character from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You want to speak to me? Gosh, I'm flattered. It's not every day you get to talk to the luminary. Oh, so you're the luminary, are you? Nice. Well, make yourself at home, won't you? Welcome to Heliodor Castle. We've all been very eager to see you again, Mr. Luminary, but we don't want the townspeople finding out about you being here. I hope you understand it might create a bit of a stir, you see. Okay. We're under strict orders not to let the general populace get wind of you being here or of Princess Jade's return. Makes sense, I suppose. We wouldn't want the hoi polloi getting overexcited or confused they're not all that bright, you see. Wow, that's extremely rude. That's what you think about your own people? Also, it already is out because I've talked to the townspeople. Some of them already know. Oh, I talked... No, I talked to you. Did I talk to you? Yes. Yes, I talked to you. His Majesty is waiting for you. To get to the throne room, head up these stairs and go straight ahead. Oh, it's you. You know, I never bought into all that darkspawn stuff. No, I could always tell you were one of the goodies. You can see it in your eyes. Oh, is that so? None may pass. Hi there, Rebecca. How's it going on the journey? Hey, Bahamut. It's going good. How are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Oh, so you're the luminary, are you? Nice. Well, make yourself at home, won't you? If you never played Black Flag, if you never played it, Black Flag is an amazing game. My personal favorite Assassin's Creed game. You're literally a pirate jumping on ships, having epic ship fights. I did not play it. So, well, I played like, you know, I like started playing it, but then I was like, no, like I was just really tired of Assassin's Creed games by then. Cause like I loved Assassin's Creed, like when, you know, like the first games, I love those, but then like they just made so many that I got like tired of playing them. So I never got to play Black Flag completely. So I played the first one, which I loved, and then I also played all of the Ezio games, and I love all of those too. And then I tried to start Assassin's Creed 3, and I was like, you know, I'm just like really burned out on Assassin's Creed games, so I stopped playing it. And then Black Flag came out, everyone's like, oh my god, this one's so good. So I decided to try playing that, but then I was like, I was still just like burned out on Assassin's Creed, so I never got to finish it. But that's Adewale's favorite Assassin's Creed game too. Going on 2 weeks since the hurricane, and I still can't get it off my mind. Oh man. Yeah, it's affected a lot. It's affected a lot of people. I still say AC3 gets a bad rap it didn't deserve. Oh really? I mean, I didn't finish it, obviously, because I was just like burned out on Assassin's Creed games. I guess you're still in the past. Yes, I am. But I have heard in Assassin's Creed 3, like people didn't like the main character, Connor, right? One of the big criticisms is that they feel the same. However, Black Flag is definitely a change. The others are more or less the same until the big gameplay change in Odyssey. Right? Exactly. Yeah. Like I stopped playing them because they were just like all the same. And then Odyssey, well, Origins was the one where they changed it up. And Origins was like really good, and so was Odyssey. But Odyssey was like, it was exactly the same as Origins. So but that's how Ubisoft operates. Like they'll create one really good game, and then they'll make the same game for like the next 10, 15 years because people will still buy it. And then when people get tired of it, they'll just be like, oh, we got to change something. So then they'll change up their systems and their gameplay and stuff, and that'll usually end up being also like a good game. But then people like that, and then they make that for the next 10 years. His Majesty told us of how you saved our kingdom even after all we did to you. It seems we were very wrong about you. I would understand it if you were unable to ever fully forgive us, but still, I would ask you try to accept our apologies. I miss early AC multiplayer. Was really unique take on competitive multiplayer that at least felt unique. Oh really? Why was it so unique? I think Assassin's Creed 3 deserves all the bad rap it gets. Oh yeah, that's just my opinion though. Oh, it was Origins, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I do like those games also, but I stopped at I stopped after Odyssey. I mean, because even though they did change up like the gameplay and the systems and stuff, it's still Assassin's Creed. I played a lot of them, and I just like want to play other stuff. To be honest, it always seemed a little off to me that one we thought was the Luminary could secretly be this evil Darkspawn character, and now we know it wasn't true. The king explained everything. Seems that you're the one who's going to bring the light of hope back to our world. I know we've had our ups and downs in the past, but I want you to know that all of us Heliodorians are very much on your side. It's strange. No sooner had the king returned to the castle than he ordered that we prepare a great banquet in honor of the Luminary, but unless I'm missing something, isn't the Luminary also the wicked Darkspawn, harbinger of calamity? I wonder His Majesty can be thinking. Is it just me, or is there a curious tension in the air? New style AC is a grindy mess. I've tried them all and have yet to finish them because they just never end, but never do anything worth my time either. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I stopped after Odyssey. Like, they still have become all the same, really. Assassin's Creed was always an okay series. I also most series have a bad game, unless you're Uncharted series or Persona series, which is always a good game. Yeah, but things like, you know, things like Uncharted, like they don't have that many games versus like Assassin's Creed has so many games, and they're like mostly all the same. I think that's why like series like Uncharted, they can like stay good. And Persona, I mean, I haven't played anything other than 5, but from what I understand, they're all like pretty different from each other. We all made a terrible mistake. We thought you were the Darkspawn, but it turns out you were a hero all along. We're so sorry to think we welcomed you to Heal-Eater by slinging you in the dungeons. Well, it's safe to say that will never happen again. Or like, you know, Final Fantasy, like they're all different from each other. So there's like 16 Final Fantasies, and I played most of them, and I've had some people be like, aren't you tired of playing like 16 games of the same series? I'm like, no, because they're all different from each other. But Assassin's Creed are like, it's mostly all the same, but it's really, I think the first few games, those are really good, because like there was nothing like those games before. Like those games were groundbreaking. AC multiplayer, everyone would pick a character and the level would be populated with NPCs that would look exactly like the characters. The objective would be to hide from other players while being able to spot the other actual players. Oh! So, okay, so it's kind of like I don't know, like Among Us, like find the sabotager. I got a new knife in the mail today. I've been wanting to get since June. Nice. What does that look like? Rewinded the stream. This guy's secret info was about Jews. Yeah, but you know what? I think it was worth it. AC multiplayer is kind of like a hide and seek with abilities. The objective would be to do the best you can to look like an NPC more than the other players. Oh, that does sound cool. There's 4 Uncharted games. That's enough time to put out a bad one. If there's a 5th Uncharted, I know it'd be good. Yeah, but like compared to like a series like Assassin's Creed, 4 games is like nothing. But there is a 5th Uncharted game. It's a spin-off called Lost Legacy where you play as Chloe. But originally that game was supposed to be a DLC for Uncharted 4. But then they just turned it into its own game. But it plays exactly like the other Uncharted games. But you know, like Naughty Dog, like they know when to stop with their games. But Naughty Dog, I think, also is more like unusual in that like they consistently put out like really amazing games all the time. Like Ubisoft is more like, oh, we found something that will sell. Let's just make this for the next 10 years. We were all set to meet with the king, and now he finds he has a more important guest to attend to. To be ignored once is unfortunate, but twice? Why, it is starting to seem like some sort of personal vendetta. How dare the king treat us in such a cavalier fashion? In so cavalier a fashion. We are nobles of the most blue-blooded stock, and yet he still has better things to do than grant us an audience. Yeah, I've been in here. Yeah, so that couple, the first time you show up and the king wants to meet with you, it's so he can throw you in jail. And they were snubbed the first time also. What is all this commotion in aid of? So now they're mad again because now this is the second time where the king just like snubbed them to meet with me. It's a little fixed blade knife. Oh, cool. You're the top of the castle, you know. I heard after you fled Heal-Eater, you traveled far and wide. Gallopolis, Schniffelheim, everywhere. Well, wherever you went, it certainly seems to have toughened you up. You've clearly been through a lot. I wonder what happened exactly. Sir Jasper left the castle, and then the king and Sir Hendrik went after him a little while later. Now that the king and Sir Hendrik are back, Now the king and Sir Hendrik are back, but we haven't heard a word about Sir Jasper. It's all very strange. This is the entrance to Princess Jade's chamber. I'm afraid I cannot permit you to pass. This is His Majesty's chamber, and before you ask, no, you're not coming in. So we can never see Jade's or Carnelian's room. My job is to guard the king, and I'm jolly good at it, even if I do say so myself. I won't let so much as an ant get by me. Seems we owe you an apology. We thought the Luminary was an evil being who would bring catastrophe. We couldn't have been more wrong. The king has admitted his mistake and shared the truth with us all. We should go and speak with him in the throne room. The problem is most people didn't play AC for the narrative. Uncharted can make another game, however the combat is amazing, but not all there is to the game. Uncharted just offers more while AC is limited, so has to change combat or make it feel new. Or it's just the same thing. Yeah. But I mean, if people aren't playing AC for the narrative, I mean, the gameplay is pretty much all the same. But then again, I guess people play like Call of Duty and stuff, and it's all like every one of those games is the same. Just different maps. Oh, I think this is this where I go to the throne room? I forgot. Okay, well, let's check downstairs again. Okay, this all leads to the same. There's just 2 different ways up there. Middle floor. Oh, can I talk to you? Please enter. His Majesty awaits. No, that's the throne room. Okay, so what was up here again? I think I did come up here before. I can't remember what's up here. It's been a long time since I've been to Heliodor. It's an honor to welcome you back to Heliodor. Now, His Majesty awaits you. Please make your way to the throne room. I'm so sorry, Mr. Luminary, sir. You must forgive us for having been so wrong about you. I feel awful. But to be fair, we did think you were the Darkspawn and that you were going to ruin everything. And well, it was all the King's idea, really. Oh, okay, really? That's why I stopped playing Dragon Ball Z games. I don't care how many times they've changed the gameplay mechanics. I'm done playing the same story over and over. Yeah, like I'm the same way. I don't really like to play the same thing over and over. I never understood why people like Call of Duty. Maybe I was just raised different. Final Fantasy VIII as a kid is when I knew I'd love games. Yeah, like I mean, just, I guess, you know, different people game differently. Because, like, I personally don't like to, like, play the same thing over and over, but other people do. Sir Jasper has gone missing and the king is acting very strangely indeed. What in the world is happening here? Head out onto the balcony, yes. That red star in the sky is known as Erdwin's Lantern, you know. Scholars have long wondered how it got that name, but I'm afraid it has remained a mystery. I found myself gazing at it a lot recently. Is it just my imagination, or does it seem to be getting bigger? Oh, can you see it from here? Oh yeah, you can. Look, there it is. Old school Call of Duty was good, but then it went mainstream. Yeah. I guess I've just never been like a big first-person shooter person. Like I enjoy them, but I don't really stick with them for a long period of time. I like to have stories. First-person shooter games bore me. Only first-person shooter I've liked was BioShock series. If you never played BioShock Infinite, it's a great game. Oh, I love BioShock. Yeah, I played Infinite, but I didn't like it as much as everybody else liked it. I liked the first one. And I love the second one. Everyone said the second one wasn't very good, but I thought it was good. I mean, I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I still think it's really good. Okay, now let's go to the throne room.
Luminary, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you in the manner you deserve at last. To think, I once thought ill of you, saw you as a harbinger of calamity, called you unconscionable things. Truly, Jasper cast a most malign shadow.
Jasper, sure. You like the second? No one likes that one. I do. I never played the second, but I may give it a try if you think it's that good. I really liked it. I just don't think it's as good as the first one. And I didn't like BioShock Infinite as much as everybody else. I enjoyed it, but people always say it's like one of the greatest games ever made, and which I don't agree with, and I also don't think it's as good as the first one.
I owe you a great deal. You have revealed the traitor in our midst and returned my daughter to me.
I mean, if it's like, but like, I think BioShock it's kind of like a hybrid shooter game, because like there's like crafting and there's RPG elements to it, so it's kind of like a shooter RPG. I like those, but the mechanics of first-person shooters, I'm fine with that. I just like to have more of a story to my game, and so like things like Call of Duty, people are just like going into like online matches and like shooting, like doing shooting matches and trying to like kill people on the other team, right? And that's not something that like captures my interest for too long. But like I love like Fallout and like BioShock and like Resident Evil when it turned into the first-person shooter type. Like I played Resident Evil 7 and 8. And so like I'm not against like the mechanic. I just like to have like a story that goes along with it. Oh, and Titanfall, I love the first Titanfall. I love that game. I thought that had such a good story. So like, and then Call of Duty, I think Advanced Warfare, I played the story and I thought it was good. Like if there's like a good story, I like it. And I also like, I loved Overwatch. I don't play it anymore, but I loved Overwatch.
As a small token of my appreciation, I have arranged for some special visitors. Hendrik, if you would.
But Overwatch is also like, it's different in that you're not just like shooting people. Like they have different things to it. Surprising, the narrative in Infinite was amazing. I was more engaged in Infinite. The first BioShock is great too. I mean, most people would agree with you. Most people think that Infinite is the best BioShock, but personally, I think it's the first one.
Yes, sire.
Oh, there you are at last. We've been dying to see you. I was so worried about you. I heard all these horrible stories. I thought you might be... Right after you left the village, this horrible man called Jasper came with all these soldiers.
Yes, he is horrible.
I'll never forget his eyes. They were so cold. He ordered us all to gather in the middle of the village, and then he told his men to kill us all. But Sir Hendrik came to the rescue. He showed up just in the nick of time and told Jasper to let us live. They still locked us up in the castle, but at least we were safe. And then they came and told us you weren't a baddie after all, and let us go.
Yeah, but you know what they told us? Somebody told us that in playing the main storyline, that like Jasper ordered his soldiers to kill them all, but Hendrik stopped him. And then even after Hendrik saw that, he still comforted Jasper and was like, oh, I'm only this way because of you. Like, what? You made Jasper feel better right before he died? Like, he was a bad person. BioShock was so mysterious because it's like a post-apocalyptic underwater city, and you have no clue what went wrong. You got mothers pushing weapons in a stroller. Yeah, the enemies were so creepy, and I love the story in BioShock 1. Like it's such a good story, and such a really good twist at the end. And you can have a couple of different endings. And I mean, I just like love that whole what's going on here, like finding out what really happened to Rapture. I liked 2, except for the ending. It needed a more climactic finish. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's as good as 1, but I think it was better than people give it credit for. BioShock 1 was so creative. It really was. Oh guys, look, it's Gemma, the most relevant heroine who got so much screen time. I know, right? Like, I really thought she was gonna be in the game more. Like, I thought she was gonna become a party member. Well, he's gone now, problem solved, right. They lied. Bloodthirsty really are a baddie. They don't see that hair you got. Had to make that joke. Wait, what? You save all the little sisters. Yes. No. Not my first time. No, I had to play it a couple of times. But no, the first time, no. The first time I missed a couple.
We've been through an awful lot, love. But from what I hear, so have you. I'm proud of you. And so is your granddad, I'm sure.
Now let us begin the festivities at last. A banquet worthy of our Savior awaits. From this day forth, none shall doubt the luminary. He shall be honored, celebrated, adored.
I am wondering what Mordegon's plan is now. Jax and his companions are the guests of honor at a banquet the likes of which Heliodor had never seen. The singing, dancing, and merriment lasts long into the night. Then at last the revelers retire to bed. BioShock 1 has multiple twists in the story that you don't see coming. 2 needed something in the story to subvert expectations, but it played pretty much by the book. Yeah. And that's why it's not as good as 1, but still really good. Like, I liked it a lot. I mean, maybe it's because, like, my expectations were low because everybody said it was bad, but I liked it. I was just minding my own business down in the town when some guards came up and asked me if I'd mind coming up to the castle and keeping the folks from Cobblestone company. Well, I had nothing better to do, so I came, and am I ever glad I did. I've never eaten so much Greek grub in all my life. Heh. You don't know what a baddie is. A baddie is urban slang for an attractive woman. Gemma said you weren't a baddie. Oh, okay. No, I knew what a baddie was, but I didn't connect it to what Gemma said. Okay, I got it now. Never mind, bad joke. No, it was a good one. Now that I put it together, now I got it. I didn't understand that it was connecting to what Gemma was saying. Hello, Rebecca, I'm seeing everyone. Hey, Joan, how are you? Thanks so much for coming in. Are you interested in Judas? Judas? Chomp chomp. Ah, this is the life. I doubt I'll ever get the chance to eat this much tasty grub again. Better make the most of it, eh? Chomp chomp. What am I doing here? Well, all us guards who are keeping an eye on the folks from Cobblestone were invited along to the banquet, you see. Bury the hatchet and all that. I'm certainly not complaining. Like 2 more than 3. 2 BioShock 2 more than 3? Hello there, Jax. Gemma's here too somewhere. I'm sure she'd be over the moon to see you. You two aren't children anymore, you know. Take my advice. If you're hoping to be with her one day, you need to show her you care. I wouldn't have thought it when I was locked up in that dank dungeon living on bread and water, but King Carnelian knows how to put on a good spread. But if you think we're going to forgive him just because he gave us a good feed, he's got another thing coming. Those pies were awfully tasty, though. God, I'm torn. My heart says one thing, but my belly says another. You poor boy. Sir Hendrik told me all about what they put you through, but you didn't let it beat you. You kept on fighting until the king realized the truth and released us. I knew you wouldn't let us down. You're my little soldier through and through. Oh, I'm so proud of you, I could burst. Aww. Judas is the next game being made by Ken Levine, the guy who made BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that. So what is Judas supposed to be about? I'll have to look it up. are you this luminary fellow then? I imagine you'd be a tough-looking sort, but you're a real string bean. You look like you need a hearty dinner or two to put some meat on your bones. You can't go saving the world with your tummy rumbling, can you now? Wahaha. When you first said, are you interested in Judas? I'm like Judas from the Bible? Like, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, sure. Like, I'm always interested in Bible stuff, actually. I mean, I'm not religious, but I like hearing about, like, what, you know, what's in the Bible. I think it's interesting. Oh dear, I've lost my poor little kitty cat. Staff aren't supposed to have pets, of course, so I can't tell anyone or I'll get in trouble. Goodness me, if it isn't the luminary, don't you have better places to be than a hot, sweaty kitchen? If I were you, I'd head to the banquet hall and get ready for the meal of a lifetime. I've never seen the cook so fired up. Wait, what? I thought the banquet was over. Oh, what a drab room this is. Is this any way to treat an honored guest? Do they not know who I am? Meanwhile, it seems a rabble from some forsaken backwater called Cobblestone are enjoying a banquet at the king's invitation. What in the world can he be thinking? When I was first served this appallingly modest meal, I thought it was some kind of joke, but it turned out to be rather tasty. I have a funny feeling I've seen that blue-haired chap somewhere before, the one standing outside the banqueting hall, but where could have it been? But it's times like these you wish old Noah was around. He'd take one look at him and tell you everything you want to know, more in fact. Hendrick's quarters? What? And I can steal his stuff. I just stole his boxers. And his armlet. Oh, Hendrick's in here. Why, Jasper? Why? I just went in here while Jasper was, or not Jasper. Who is this? Hendrick. I just went in here while Hendrick was in here and stole his stuff. He's got a giant room. It feels very Bioshock-like, but plays somewhat like a roguelike, it seems. At least that's the best I can tell from those who have tried the game. They said that the levels are procedural, so even as you replay, the level isn't the same structure-wise. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I've played roguelikes. I'm not, like, a huge fan of them. I mean, they're alright. Like, I don't prefer to play them. Hades was really good. But I think, you know, the story in Hades was really good. There's a book called Drustin's Armor. Jack takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. When is your birthday, by the way? December. It's December 21st. I'll probably do a birthday stream. The mermaid princess led King Drustin deep beneath the waves to an undersea realm where the citizens were engaged in a contest of strength, wrestling one another in order to be recognized as the strongest. If you can defeat my father, the princess told him, he will grant you my hand in marriage, and thus the two kings fought. But so perfectly were these warriors matched that they wrestled for 7 days and 7 nights, neither could claim victory. So awestruck was the king of the ocean at the warrior king's might, that he offered him not only his daughter's hand in marriage, but also one of the great treasures of his realm. From this treasure, a lustrous scarlet scale as strong as steel and as light as silk. The warrior king forged a beautiful suit of crimson armor, but he could not wed the princess, for he was a man of his word and had not defeated her father. He turned his back on his beloved and to her dismay left the undersea kingdom never to return. I can't stand roguelike except Hades. Never liked the rest of them. Yeah, me neither really. Like, I mean, I don't know if I say, like, I hate them, but I didn't really like them either. Like, Hollow Knight, everyone loved that game, and I'm like, you know, it's okay, but, like, Hades was really good. But I feel like Hades was, I don't know, Hades was just different. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really like, I'm not a big roguelike person. Oh, there was one, what was that one I played? My coworker, well, former coworker and friend, he's the one that told me about it, and this was like a few years ago. Dead Cells. Dead Cells was another one that everyone was like, oh, it's so good. That was also a roguelike, and I was like, but I'm not big on roguelikes. I understand you're actually the Prince of Dundersill, that you survived the terrible tragedy that befell the kingdom all those years ago. Well, if in future, You should choose to rebuild your kingdom. No, it would be an honor to help you. I have no doubt that countless people would rally to your cause. What are you doing here? It's great seeing you and me, old mucker Eric, again. And now you don't have to skulk around trying not to get spotted no more. Yep, now the king's gone and pardoned you, you don't have to worry about being slung back in the cells. You're free as birds, the both of you, and I couldn't be happier. Hey, you look pretty wiped out, Jax. Well, I guess you don't get a banquet thrown in your honor every day. If you want to crash, you should grab a guest room upstairs. I heard they were over on the west side of the castle. Hollow Knight isn't a roguelike, though. Isn't it? What is it then? Oh, it's a Metroidvania. Okay, I always get those confused. Ken Levine said they are doing things to make every playthrough feel very different, so when you're replaying a level, it's different each time. See, that's the thing I don't like about roguelikes, is that they always say that, like, oh, every level's different. But they're not really that different. Like, it's just like, you know, you go into the level and it's like, oh, it's procedurally generated, but then like it's just, oh, it means like this door is on the left instead of the right this time. Like, you know, it's like it ends up being like, well, it's not really that different. I remember meeting young Jasper for the first time, you know. Oh, it was way back before you were born. He seemed like a nice enough young lad. I wonder where it all went wrong. What foul force could have pulled him toward the dark path, I wonder. Hollow Knight was amazing, not a roguelike, but I loved the game. Been waiting on Silksong to release. I don't think I liked Hollow Knight as much as everybody else. I mean, it was like fine. I went back to the stream where you had your moment of silence after losing in Baldur's Gate. I forgot I sent $5 to cheer you up. I'm taking credit for saving that stream. Yes, thank you for that. You mean after when I got poisoned and I went back to camp and died immediately after getting back to camp? I'm still coming to terms with it all. The king came up to me and told me to clear out Sir Jasper's room. He just said, I'm not keeping a room for a dead man, and then stormed off. After all Sir Jasper did to defend the kingdom, what kind of a thing to say is that? I'm not keeping a room for a dead man. I mean, considering that it was Jasper he was talking about, I am, kind of with Carnelian on this one. Okay, is this where I came from? Yes. Okay, so there's two doors here. Silksong is a lie. I liked Hades for not being a roguelike. In a true roguelike, you lose everything. Hades, you kept weapons, you unlocked perks, etc. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what was different. I mean, it's been a while since I played Hades. But like in Dead Cells, you lost everything, but you kept like certain upgrades, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played Dead Cells also, but you lost mostly everything in Dead Cells. So Dead Cells is a roguelike and a Metroidvania. So, okay, so in Dead Cells, you do lose all weapons and upgrades except a few permanent items, which I don't remember what those are now because it's been a long time since I played Dead Cells. But I just, yeah, I don't like that kind of, I don't like that kind of gameplay. Okay. So before I move on in the castle, yes, the poison stream. You need to make a short of that. You're in pensive thought. I was like, bloodthirsty, no, don't end stream. Oh my god, yeah, I remember. I was like, okay, Rebecca, you're live on stream. Keep it together. Then again, Judas is coming out after Monster Hunter Wilds releases, so who knows if I will ever get to play it, since MH will pretty much consume my life. Well, you could always keep Judas on the back burner. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break before I continue with the rest of the castle. I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, head to the guest rooms upstairs in the castle and get some rest. Oh, that's like actually the objective? I thought it was to get back to the banquet. Because that's what Sanji said to me. They were like, oh, why don't you get back to the banquet? And I'm like, what? I thought it was already over. We'll go in here though, talk to people. I've been wanting to say this for a while, but you know what, with me being a guard and needing to be professional and all that, it never seemed like quite the right time. Look, the truth is, I think you're great, and once everything settles down, maybe we could be, you know, together and stuff. So what do you say? Will you marry me? Oh my god. It's all a bit sudden, this. What? Dude, you don't ask her to marry you right off the bat, you ask her out first. Welcome back, Rebecca and C. Thank you, Ancient One. What a dainty dance. So I hear this extraordinary young man is one of your companions, Jax. I'll bet there's never a dull moment with him around. Oh, Sylvando. Yeah, that is certainly true. There is never a dull moment with him around. So I hear young Gemma is waiting for her sweetheart to return from some epic journey or other. Well, it's obviously none of my business, but if I ever met the bloke, I'd give him a piece of my mind. What in the world can he be thinking? You don't leave a girl like that on the shelf. Who is this man? He's magnificent. He's been dancing nonstop ever since the banquet began, and he shows no signs of flagging. And his moves just get more and more entrancing. Oh, it's spellbinding. Just who in the world could he be? What, you don't know the great Sylvando? There you are, Jax, darling. The people of Heliodor are such a scream. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun. Come on, why don't you show them your moves? It's a party, don't be shy now. Returnal was an interesting game. I didn't play it, but I watched a friend play it and I figured out what it really was about before the ending. Oh, nice. Yeah, I never played that one either. 11 likes so far. Thank you so much, everyone, for the 11 likes. Hey, Angel One, thank you so much for joining the kick stream. Core, that blonde girl is a looker and no mistake. I tried my luck with her, but I'll bet she has a boyfriend. I was so worried about you, Jax. I'm so glad you made it back safe and sound. I just hope one day, you know, once we've all gone home to Cobblestone and rebuilt everything, I hope we can, that you and me can... Oh, listen to me rapiding on. Ignore me, Jax. I'm just being silly and selfish. I know you have far more important things to worry about than me. I'll stop wittering on. Why, good evening, Jax. Now forgive one if this is none of one's business, but one must say your friend Gemma is the most splendid girl. Are you lucky to have such a precious creature awaiting your eventual return? One must say you are a shrewd young devil. Oh, I feel sick. There are all sorts of people staggering about the castle looking dazed and confused. I think they might be enjoying the party a little too much. They're looking dazed and confused. Oh, Veronica and Serena. I just want you to know we may have fulfilled our duty and taken you to Yggdrasil, but that doesn't mean Serena and I are just going to go home now. We're not going anywhere until Vortigern's finally been taught a lesson. We've been talking about the first time we met you, Jax. We both thought the same thing, that we'd met you before a long, long time ago. It's strange, isn't it? Not really, because if Jax is the reincarnation of Erdwin, and then Serena and Veronica are the reincarnation of Serenica, that makes sense. Oi, move yourself, you lousy layabout. I'm late for my shift patrolling downtown. Oh, I'm sorry, you caught me at an awkward moment. I'm trying to get this loafer to move, you see. Luckily for you, you don't have a night shift to be getting on with. Why don't you turn in for the night? There's a guest room upstairs in the western part of the building you can use. Really? You can't just step over him and use the door? Oh, that's where I came from. Okay, let's go up here then. You can't really blame them, but some of the guards seem to be enjoying this banquet a little too much. They're making quite a racket. His Majesty has retired for the night, you see, and I'm worried about him being woken up by the noise. He needs his sleep, you know. Well, I mean, if he really was bothered, then he could just tell everybody, he could just order everybody to go to bed. So, how was the banquet? Did you have fun? I've been speaking to my father, but I won't lie to you. Something doesn't feel quite right. I mean, after all these years, I suppose that's not surprising, but still. Oh, I'm sorry. This really isn't anything you need to worry about, Jax. You should turn in for the night. There's a bed in the room through there. Oh, I guess this is the room I'm supposed to go in? Okay. I don't want to go in yet. Princess Jade really is extraordinarily beautiful. She may have lived in hiding for many years, but she has a regal bearing that cannot be disguised. I wonder what she plans to do now. I hope she decides to take her rightful place here in Heliodor. It would be an honor to serve her. Oh my god. What, Sandy? Why are you barking? Will someone put a muzzle on that dog? That wretched dog has been barking incessantly. Doesn't it know that's the king's chamber? What with this yapping and racket from downstairs? It will be a miracle if the king managed to get to sleep. He'll be in a foul mood in the morning. Oh, Sandy knows. Sandy knows that's Mordian. She doesn't like it. What is it? I'm afraid His Majesty does not wish to be disturbed. I must ask you not to make any more noise. The King's chamber is just there and Princess Jade's room is opposite. Everyone seems to be in high spirits today. I don't want this to sound like a criticism, but the King is hardly known for his hospitality. I was a bit surprised he threw this banquet, to be honest. How can I put this? He's not the sentimental type. He doesn't even put flowers on the late Queen's grave. But don't tell anyone I told you that. I mean, okay, I'm kind of surprised that people are saying this about Carnelian because he seemed nice. I mean, you know, maybe a little bit gruff, but seemed perfectly nice. I mean, when he's not Mortigan. That was a banquet and a half. I may have slightly overdone it, though. Still, that's the best shindig we've had here at the castle since Princess Jade was born. Burp. I simply cannot eat anymore. I'm so sorry, it wasn't my idea. I swear, I didn't want to burn cobblestone to the ground. I promise they made me do it. What was the king thinking? Why did he do it? They never did anything to us. I know we've had a big night, but I'm still not sure we should be having this conversation. If the king got wind of it, he'd have us slung in the dungeons. You have to learn to keep this stuff to yourself. Let's not forget our sense of propriety, eh? The throne is not for the likes of you. Oh my god, what are you doing? One is rather fiercely tempted to have a little sit on the throne. Hero of legend, long have I awaited thy coming. Heh, I would never dream of actually attempting such a thing, of course. Sir Hendrik would have me thrown in the cells and key thrown in the moat. Okay, then why are you up here? Also, why is there only room for one chair? Because, like, what if Carnelian gets married again? Or what if Jade becomes the queen and then she gets married? Then you're gonna have to have two chairs. Wow, everyone's gossiping in here? Yeah. I guess that's what happens in a castle. Wait, he burned a place down, used common sense. Yeah. Well, it's not really Carnelian, I guess it's Mortigan. Oh my god, there's the cat. Oh, wait, knock that off. I told you, I'm ticklish. Meow. That's the girl's cat in the kitchen. She was like, oh, I lost my cat. Okay, I guess there's nobody else around here. No. Kind of weird that the throne room is on the middle floor. Oh, that's not where I want to go. This way. So I found everyone. Yeah, I found everyone. Okay, we can go rest now. Let me make sure I read this book. King Carnelian behind the throne. Having seen several generations of his line, I can say with some certainty that King Carnelian is a rare breed of monarch, possessed of all the qualities required in a truly great leader. Both loved and feared by the populace, he is like a father to them, kind yet stern, firm yet fair. Not since the days of the great kings of old has our nation been so blessed. Though his faith may have grown hard in line since the terrible events that took place those few short years ago, some might say that this has added a certain depth that improves him yet further. To have so resolutely overcome such grief and yet still led his nation boldly onward is surely a sign that Carnelian is a king among kings. Okay, I remember when I read that, and at this point, I had no idea Carnelian was Mortigan. I didn't even know about Mortigan. I was just starting the game. And I was like, what? That book says like all this good stuff about Carnelian, and I'm like, what? He is like a bad person. But then I figured later in the game, I figured out he was actually Mortigan, which explains a lot. Bro, wake up! What is that? Oh my god, what is that? Saul slaps his hand away.
What is this? Why can I not touch the sword? Surely it cannot be. Accursed luminary, give it to me. Give me the sword of light. It belongs to me.
What? Why would it belong to you?
What's going on in here?
Princess, what is the meaning of this?
Eyes.
I knew it. You're not my father. Look at you. You're a monster, not a man.
You're blight, are you? I had a feeling in my waters that something wasn't quite right with you, Carnelian.
So this whole thing was a sham? The banquet, the speeches? Wow, that's cold. So who are you?
He disappeared.
Oi, you! Stop skulking in the shadows! Come out and show your stupid face!
Something tells me he won't have gone far. Quick, let's search the castle.
Who have I served all these years? Not a man, but a monster. No. I mean, all these years, it's mostly been Carnelian. Just recently. He was Mordecai. That's all. So people don't lock doors in this place while sleeping. Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I don't know, though. If I was, like, staying in somebody's house, I wouldn't, like, lock the door. I would close the door, but I wouldn't lock it. Like, when I stay at my brother or my sister's houses, I don't lock the door when I, like, and I sleep in, like, one of their, like, guest bedrooms. I don't lock the door. But then, of course, that means, like, sometimes my nieces or nephews can just, like, open the door and come in and wake me up. I sense something ominous emanating from the throne room. I would record your deeds in an adventure log before heading that way if I were you. That sounds like a great idea. 126 hours. There's all this noise coming from the guest rooms, and then Sandy jumped up and ran off toward the throne room. Normally she wouldn't say boo to a goose. Just what's got into her. Don't be silly, the castle's full of guards, isn't it? No sensible thief would come anywhere near the place. What's all the commotion about? Everyone seems to be headed to the throne room. Did some thieves sneak in during the banquet or something? I thought this was hilarious. I expected a grand scheme. It was just a simple sneak in the room and take the sword. Yeah, well, you know, simple plans are usually the best. I heard some kind of ruckus coming from the direction of the guest rooms, and then I saw that young dancing chap in the tights race by. He really is an amazing specimen. Even at full pelt, he was a picture of grace, elegance, and perfect balance. Of course, Yolanda was. Gemma said she had a bad feeling about something and dashed off in rather a hurry toward the throne room. Something's not quite right. One can feel it in one's bones. Or is it just me, or is it freezing all of a sudden? I think I might be coming down with something. If the king catches sight of me like this, I'll be lucky to keep my job. Ugh. What's all the fuss? Are a couple of pie-eyed guards having a brawl or something? First I heard all this kerfuffle coming from one of the guest rooms, and then a dog started barking. Just what in the world can be going on? There's something nasty in the air, but I can't see monsters anywhere. Don't ask me what's going on. I only work here. I want to impress the pretty blonde girl by striding manfully into the throne room and seeing what the fuss is all about. The only problem is I'm scared witless. I can't move a muscle. Would you mind doing me a favor and going in there to see what's happening? Okay. I heard some kind of ruckus coming from the direction of the guest rooms, and I already talked to you. This is terrifying. I can't feel my fingers. There was a scream, and then I was gripped by this terrible fear. I don't know what's happening, but I know I've never been this scared in my life. Will I ever play the lute again? Gemma said she had a bad feeling about something and dashed off in rather a hurry toward the throne room. Something's not quite right. One can feel it in one's bones. Oh, I already talked to you. Oh, wait, don't make me tell you again. Shift yourself, you lousy layabout, or I'll fine you for door blocking with intent. Okay? I slept on a fair few floors anytime, but this has to be the comfiest of the lot. I just wish those blooming guards in the throne room would stop shouting. Can't they see I'm trying to get some kip? I don't think I could ever sleep on a floor like this. Oh, we can leave? Oh my god, what? We can just leave the I did not think they would let me leave the castle. Seems they pulled out all the stops up at the castle. It's all in honor of some very special guest, apparently. Oh, you are an aunt. How does it feel being an aunt? New aunt or been an aunt for years? It's been a few years since I've become an aunt. Being an aunt is really fun. It's really nice to see my nieces and nephews grow up. That nasty little thief who they banged up for breaking into the royal treasure rooms only went and escaped. Now they've docked all our pay, claiming we're grossly incompetent. Oh, I talked to you already. Okay, well, I can't imagine people... I'm sure I just heard shouting coming from the castle. Maybe it's just some high-spirited shenanigans at the banquet they're having. Oh, your dialogue is different. I'm surprised they even thought to, like, put different dialogue for people out here. I thought about trying to sneak into the banquet, but something's telling me to stay away from the castle tonight. I'd love to go to a banquet up at the castle one day, but surprise, surprise, there was no invitation for me. I'm actually surprised they even let me leave the castle. Don't take this the wrong way, but you're looking a little green around the gills. Did you overdo it at the banquet? Well, once you walked it off, I reckon you should head back to the castle. You don't want folks getting worried about you. I'm firing all those guards. Right, like they don't even want to go to the throne and see what's up. Oh, Jax, did you get lost or something? You should head back to the castle. That's where the party is. I have a funny feeling I've seen that blue-haired chap somewhere before, but where could it have been? Okay, we talked to you. I talked to you. Okay. No, I don't want to talk to you. There are lots of soldiers about today. Is there something going on we haven't been invited to? I suppose all the guards are off having a jolly old time up at the castle. Well, it's all right for some. Maybe I should have joined up. What? I can't believe that they, like, actually, they have some people down here in town that have different dialogue. Oh, I never talked to you. Time to head home. Oh, I can't really talk to you. There's something going on up at the castle. It's not the king's birthday already, is it? Ooh, I didn't go in here. Tasty. So, well, Constantine, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Relax and enjoy. Ah, that's the stuff. Those guards at the castle have it made. 3 meals a day, cooked by the finest chefs in the kingdom. I might not be cut out for the job myself, but I'd love to sample the lifestyle for a day or two. Hey, where are you going? This must be the greatest bar in the whole wide world. It's a shame all these grown-ups keep telling me to clear off. I've seen you before. I've seen you somewhere before, haven't I? What's up? Monsters at the castle? Wahaha, what rot. No monster's ever going to get past the guards up there, not in a month of Sundays. I mean, I can't imagine a monster maybe possessing a guard or something, but the king isn't an idiot. He'd see through that in an instant. Oh, Jax, it's you, but where are you going? The banquet's still in full swing up at the castle. Shouldn't you be there? You are the guest of honor, after all. Phew, another hard day at work. Yeah, it's crazy that this far into town they have people that have different dialogue. Like that guard at the entrance, like, Jax, what are you doing here? You should be at the banquet. I can't shake the feeling that something's wrong. The folks who went up to the castle for the banquet still haven't come home. Here's my idea of a perfect evening. Work out, feel the burn, eat till you're fit to burst, and then go for a nice long walk. If you're going to travel the world, you're going to run into monsters, and that means you need to get ripped. Do it, do it. Well, I guess there's not a ton of people around to talk to. Okay, you don't say anything different. Quiet around here. Oh, okay, so I guess there were a lot of people from town that went to the banquet. Hi Rebecca, how's the stream going? Hey Seeing, it's going good, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. How was your day? Oh, and now it's daytime. So I just talked to her, but she was somewhere else. The other guards might be having a whale of a time at the castle, but some of us have jobs to do. The city isn't going to look after itself. It's when everyone's distracted like this, monsters are most likely to attack. When you can't wait for the next day, turn in for the night. Go to an inn, get your head down, and it'll be morning before you know it. Good, thanks. Good to hear. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be up at the castle stuffing yourself silly? You should head back there, I reckon. You're the guest of honor, after all. You don't want them sending out a search party. The dialogue change is insane. This is the game I've seen so much hidden dialogue between events so close to each other. Yeah, same. Maybe Baldur's Gate 2 did the same thing. But yeah, I'm so surprised that they changed the dialogue of the people down here. That's crazy. I mean, not everybody, but enough to make me be like, I cannot believe that they even thought to do this. Come see my wares. This is vintage stuff. No one's spending any money today. Something's going on. All the grown-ups are being strange and fidgety. What's going on? Normally the square is nice and peaceful, but today everyone's running around like headless chickens. I have a strange feeling there's something untoward afoot. I do hope I'm mistaken. Want to know something interesting about that house? You can climb up on the roof from the back garden, and then there's a rope you can cross. Okay, I've done that. Okay, I've done that. I just tell you how to climb the roof. So, I wonder if they say anything different down here. I don't think so, but we'll check. See, how can he like be here when he let me in here? Roxy, my darling Roxy, we'll be together forever. Oh, you can just go past him now. Because he's asleep. I don't know how anyone can sleep like that. Okay, you don't say anything different. Yeah, I didn't really expect the dialogue to be different down here, but it was always worth trying. Okay, I've talked to enough people here that I think nobody's dialogue has changed on here, so we'll go back up. Oh, what? Wait, why is he awake now? I'm so confused. What? You were just asleep. That is so weird. How did you wake up in the time that I took to run down there? Alright, I just found out you can tell what houses you can go into by the red lines on the map. Who knew? It's amazing the things you can learn from books and that, eh? Yes, that is true. So that's why all those buildings you see on the map, I can't go into most of them. Okay, I talked to you. I say, what are you doing here? Did things get a little too wild for you up at the banquet? What's that? How did I know? Oh, it was just a guess. It sounds like it's pretty riotous up there. There's a small note on the door. Jax takes a closer look. One is currently indisposed. Shan't be long. When my granddaughter's dog tried to attack the king, I was absolutely mortified. Baring his teeth at King Carnelian, can you imagine what in the world could have gotten into him? My dog is quiet now. Oh, that's why the dog was barking. See, the dogs and other animals, they have senses. They have these like really good senses. They can sense things we don't. Busy, busy, busy. I was enjoying the peace and quiet, but then the guards started getting worked up about something. I wonder what's going on. I'm sure I just heard shouting coming from the castle. Maybe it's just some high-spirited shenanigans at that banquet they're having. See, even though the people here, they don't like really say anything that important, right? But it's just the fact that they changed everybody, well, not everybody, but the fact that they changed so many of these NPCs' dialogue is just crazy. It seems you saved our kingdom from a terrible fate. I only wish we knew for certain that meant the monsters weren't going to come back. We can't let our guard down yet. I have a feeling it's going to be a while before things are finally back to normal. It seems they pulled out all the stops at the castle. It's all in honor of some very special guests, apparently. I mean, a lot of the people that their dialogue has changed, they're just saying the same thing, like, what's going on at the castle? But it's just crazy that they even thought that, like, somebody would come out here and talk to people. The lurid allure of the dingy dungeons. Far below the basements and storerooms of Heliodor Castle, deep within its very bowels, lie the dungeons that house the most heinous and hardened criminals in the kingdom. Many who have been locked away in these cold, dank cells have not lived to see the outside world again. Those whose crimes are deemed truly unforgivable are thrown into the deepest cells of all, from which it is said to be all but impossible to escape, a death sentence in all but name. Take care to stay on the right side of the law, dear reader, lest you too be locked up and the key thrown away forever. Okay, I think that I'm ready to go back to the castle. Oh, did I talk to you? Wow, look at this. I wonder how much it's worth. If I sold it, I bet I'd never have to work again. You see this two-headed eagle? It's the symbol of Heliodor. It's on the flag as well. Oh, so his dialogue has never changed. You're looking a little peaky. Did you have one too many helpings of dessert at the banquet? You should go and walk it off. What are you doing here? Did you lose something? Folks up at the castle will be wondering where you are. I'm still coming to terms with it all. The king came up to me and told me to clear out Sir Jasper's room. Oh, you don't say anything different. Okay, I'm pretty sure... let's go down here first. Pretty sure those guys down there say something different. Let me guess, you want to go down to the dungeon for old time's sake? Joking aside, I'm afraid I can't let anyone down there right now. Sorry. What's going on? Everyone's running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I've got a dodgy back, so I ain't gonna be much use to anyone. I reckon you should go and see what's happening, though. Hello there, Jack. Gemma's here too somewhere. I'm sure she'd be over the moon to see you. You two aren't children anymore, you know. Take my advice. If you're hoping to be with her one day, you need to show her you care. Okay, so they are saying the same thing. They don't even notice what's going on. Yeah, they haven't even heard anything. They haven't heard anything either. What about you? No. What about you? No. Well, that's a pretty cool kitchen, though. I remember in here, it's a large dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. No, that was the secret, that was like the secret entrance to the dungeons or something. Or the sewers. What's Jasper's room again? Okay. Alright, so that's it for down here. I'm very flattered, of course, but this doesn't seem like the best time to be making plans for the future. Let's wait until things calm down and see how we feel then, okay? I know an ominous atmosphere of evil is pervading the whole castle, but never mind all that. Are you going to marry me or what? Really? I understand you're actually the Prince of Dungesil. Oh. I talked to you already. Okay, I guess I didn't come down here. Hendrick's quarters. Okay, well, there's nobody in here. I think I just didn't talk to that lady. Where does this go? Oh. Okay, I've been in there. Okay. Alright, so this is just... this door just goes to the other side of where I was just at. Okay, I talked to you. And this is where I came from, since that's the room I slept in. The dog that was barking outside the king's chamber suddenly ran off toward the throne room. Just who or what is in there? All I can hear is this horrible groaning sound. I'm so scared I can't move. Where can the king have got to? I just checked his room, but he was nowhere to be seen. Oh, I hope he's alright. We're his personal guard. We're not supposed to let anything happen to him. That stupid dog was making a nuisance of itself outside the king's chamber, then it suddenly raced off toward the throne room. I'm supposed to be guarding Princess Jade's room, but I've half a mind to abandon my post so I can go and see what's happening. Yeah, abandon your post so I can go in there. Oh, my head. Can someone tell that dog to shut up? Okay. Go upstairs first. Okay, can't go out on the balcony. Nobody else up here. Except Tackle. That growling doesn't sound human. I know this should be a job for the castle guard, but we're too frightened to move. Jax, I'm terribly sorry to ask, but would you mind opening that door? I don't know who's in there or how they managed to sneak in, but we can't just leave them there. Obviously, I'd go in myself, but I'm scared. I was sleeping off the after effects of the banquet when that dog woke me up barking. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. What is going on? First the king vanishes, then there's all this noise from your bedroom. As if that isn't enough, now this dog won't shut up. The banquet was supposed to be an evening of fun, but this isn't my idea of a good time, I can tell you. Alright, so let's go save. Did I talk to you? Yes, I did. Okay, so we'll save here and then we will finally go into the throne room. Grr, ruff, ruff, ruff. Grr, ruff, ruff.
You. We've got you cornered. Now let the king go and show us your true form, fiend.
Oh, so he actually just let him go.
Unmasked at last. I have been enjoying Carnelian's hospitality since the day Dundrasil fell. But the game ends here. I have wasted too much time already waiting for you to lead me to the Sword of Light. And since I was unable to steal it from you, it seems I must take it by force. Very well. Come to Mordigan like good little lambs and die. Mordigan, so it's you. I've waited years for this day to come.
Not only Jasper, but his majesty too. Your deception shall not go unpunished, devil.
You have been a serviceable puppet over the years, Hendrik. But it is time you joined your wretched kinfolk in hell.
Do you mean it was you? You who massacred my people?
Oh!
It was all you, wasn't it? The destruction of Dundrasil. The families torn apart. You've stolen so much from so many, and now you're going to pay.
I stand with you, Luminary. My loved ones, my countrymen, they must be avenged.
I'm with you too. This is the guy who's had it in for you all this time, right?
Yep.
Let's show him who he's been messing with.
Well, Luminary, what are you waiting for? Come, give me your power, that I may rule over this world unopposed.
Oh.
Prepare to meet your end.
Oh
Is Mordenkainen flying? I mean, he's like floating. Does that count as a flying enemy? Oh my god.
I'm not done yet.
They're not at the level I'm used to. Oh, Hendrick's fighting with me. Didn't even realize he was there. Well, Serena doesn't even have multi-heal yet. You're staring like a blind man. Like, what are these skills? Yes. Yeah, Rab had a lot of skills. Yeah, I'm just like not used to... I'm just not used to these party members being like this. Oh, what? That's what it does? Can't afford to make any mistakes. Okay, so what is this?
Foolish mortals!
Ah, great. So, can I use an item? No. Wait, so how can I heal?
Heavens, hear me!
You shall not pass.
Oh, I can't cast things. Okay. Oh my god.
I shan't let you down.
Okay, I guess I need to make it a little easier with Hendrik. He does that thing where he takes all the attacks. Oh, gee, damn, Brad. I was just trying to get you some MP back. Mordigan's staff is assessing the situation. What do you mean? It's a staff. How can it assess any situation? That's great. Jesus, Hendrik is tanking everything. Yes, as he should.
All is well that ends well.
16,000 experience?
No!
GG, thank you, Bahamut. Oh my god, that thing! That weird toggle that we saw when we went to look at Erdwin's lantern.
So be it. But do not think.
And the luminary was the only one who could see it.
Who has defied the flow of time.
What? Is that Toggle? Is that Toggle like Mordigan? GG, thank you, Angel One. Don't you know staffs and JRPGs are alive? Duh, Rebecca. Of course staffs can assess. Of course. Of course. I should have known. Just like all magical flutes that can call gigantic whales you can ride on the back of, they're also fishing rods. Of course. Such common knowledge. Good fight, Bloodthirsty. No hating here. You a beast. Thank you, GZ. I appreciate that. That was tough because like I'm just not after like having the party I wanted and all the skills that I wanted for so long, being back to not having that is very difficult to get used to.
Father! Father, are you all right?
Jade. Can it really be you? Have I been dreaming? The last I remember is the attack on Dundrasil. After that, all is black.
I honestly thought Cornelian was going to die.
Wait, that mark.
Like at some point in the game.
The child. The luminary. But you were a mere babe in arms when I last saw you.
Yep.
There is clearly much we need to discuss, but you must forgive me. I'm still feeling rather faint.
Father, you mustn't overexert yourself. Come on, let's get you to bed. I need to look after him. We'll meet here again tomorrow, all right?
Oof, those two are going to have a lot to catch up on, huh? A lot.
Word soon spread through the castle that King Carnelian has been under the spell of an evil demon. While the king recovers, Jax and his companions get some much-needed rest. Then, that evening... Wow, last time he saw him was a baby? Yes, like right after we saw that flashback, like right after he was born. That thing is so creepy. Here today, Mordigan tomorrow. Awarded for going back in time and thwarting the malevolent machinations of the scheming sorcerer Mordigan. Well, I know this cannot be over yet, because what was that evil Tockle thing? Morning, Jax. I hope you slept well. Princess Jade wanted me to tell you that the king needs to speak to you. They'll be waiting for you in the throne room, apparently. I hope it's good news. We've had enough bad news to last us a lifetime. Whatever it is, you can walk in there with your head held high. I'm proud of you. We all are. Aww. Okay, so before I move forward, I am going to take another break, and I will be right back. Okay, so Mordigan said, oh, you're not the only one that defied time. So that means he knows I went back in time. How could he know? I think that weird evil Tockle, I think that's some sort of manifestation of Mordigan or something. Because how can he know? And that Tockle, it talked to me in the Galapagos Desert. It talked to me. It was like, you can see me, because I was the only one that could see it. And then I like walked up to it, and it was like, you can see me, When someone throws a banquet in your honor, most people would never think to question their host's true intentions, but you're different. You sense that all was not as it seemed, and that the king was in fact a monster. You shone light into that darkness and discovered the truth. Only the luminary could work such wonders. I've heard all about your exploits. It seems you defeated the demon who had taken control of the king. Marvelous, simply marvelous. As soon as I heard that, it all made sense. The king was possessed by an evil force. Why else would he have treated someone as important as myself in so cavalier a fashion? Really? If you had not defeated the evil spirit that possessed the king, it would have doubtless led the kingdom to ruin. We owe you our gratitude, and much more than that, we owe you our lives. I think you missed it. He was saying that Tokkul came with you when the MC went back. Wait, what? The Tokkul came with the Luminary when he went back in time? But still, how could Mordegan know? It's a real honor that someone as big and important as the Luminary would bother speaking to a lowly maid. The king's been waiting for you in the throne room since first thing this morning. You shouldn't be wasting your time on the likes of me. Mordegan was suggesting the Tokkul came back with you. Oh, so... Wait a minute. But that means he could see it too, so... But still, how did he know that... So when he saw the Tokkul, that told him that I came back in time. I still can't believe it. Sir Jasper is in league with the demon who possessed the king. But now we have a real king back and Princess Jade is by his side once more. It's time to pull together and give all we've got for Heliodor. We've got a bright future ahead of us. No, why is nobody ever in here? We had it all wrong, didn't we? The Luminary was never the Darkspawn, it was the king who wasn't what he seemed. God, thinking about it makes my head hurt. But basically the goodies won, right? That's enough for me. So let me get this straight. The king wasn't really the king, he was a monster. But now the monster is gone and we've got the old king back, right? I mean, I get it, but I still can't quite believe it. After all, it means we've been living a lie for years. It's going to take a while for this to sink in. No one can be in any doubt about it. You are the Luminary. Who else could have defeated the evil creature that possessed the king? All those years we were ruled by a monster. Thank goodness you came to the rescue. All we can do now is try to somehow make up for lost time. I still can't work it out, all those people who spoke to the king over the years and no one saw through him. Me included, I was serving a monster for all that time and I never noticed a thing. How could I be so blind? I'm ashamed of myself. When I went out into the castle gardens today, the leaves of that magnificent tree sounded like they were whispering in the breeze. I know this might sound mad, but I could have sworn they were saying thank you, Luminary. Even the plants are grateful for all you've done. Good morning, Jax, and what a delightful morning it is. We owe it all to you, of course. His Majesty awaits you in the throne room. Oh, so I can't go down there. Where does this go? Oh, it's like out in the courtyard. This is not much of a courtyard for a castle. I have been out here before, though. I remember first time I came to Heliodor, I came out there. What a life he's led. First his hometown of Dundrasil was destroyed, then his adopted home of Cobblestone was burned to the ground. But nothing can keep the Luminary down, it seems, and now we know the truth about King Carnelian and Heliodor is saved. Bravo, I say bravo. I'm not the luminary, I'm not a prince, I barely know which end of a sword to hold. How can I compete? His Majesty awaits you in the throne room. It's a savior of Heliodor. Please go and see King Carnelian in the throne room. Okay, so you can't go out. You can't leave the castle, which I wouldn't have expected them to let you leave the castle. I'm actually surprised they let you leave at the banquet. The king is expecting you. Please go up to the throne room. Good morning, Jax. It's so lovely outside, isn't it? Feels like a fresh start for everyone. We're so grateful to you for all you've done, Jax. You've saved Heliodor from the forces of darkness, and for that, we'll never forget you. I certainly hope not. Like, oh, you saved Heliodor from the forces of darkness, and we'll forget everything you've ever done. Princess Jade told me everything. She told me how Sir Jasper was manipulated by the demon that possessed the king and then was cast aside when he was no longer of any use. He'd never show it, but all of this must have hit Sir Hendrik harder than anyone. He and Sir Jasper grew up together after all. Sir Hendrik is originally from a kingdom called Dwarthrusk, but when he was a child, his home was destroyed by monsters. King Carnelian took him in and raised him. He swore to repay that kindness by giving his life to his majesty in service. You can only imagine how it must feel to find out so many of those years were spent serving someone completely different. Not only different, but the person that destroyed his home and killed his family and everyone he knew. This is the entrance to Princess Jade's chamber. I'm afraid I cannot permit you to pass. When the king was carried in here, he was in a terrible state. I wasn't sure he was going to make it. But Princess Jade tended to him all night long, and now he's out of danger and can even walk by himself. It just goes to show the power of a daughter's love. Oh, we can still go upstairs. There is usually not anything up here, really, though. I don't even know why they have this. What are you doing? The king's waiting for you in the throne room, you know, so I can't go out on the balcony. I mean, there really isn't much up here. Like, even on the balcony, there's not that much up there. So I don't really know why they have this whole floor. I guess it does look nice. I remember when you first set off from Cobblestone as if it were yesterday, and now you're about to be feted as a hero by the King of Heliodor himself. Oh, you have come far. So much has happened since we saw you off way back when. I never would have imagined. But all's well that ends well, as they say. Now it's finally time for you to go and see the real king and be proclaimed the one and only luminary. This was so exciting. You're off to meet the real king. We'll remember to mind your P's and Q's, eh? Only kidding. I'm sure you'll be fine. Ho ho ho, one has never seen one's dearest darling Dirks quite so excitable before. He is ecstatic at your finally being able to speak with the true king, as am I. One wishes you all the luck in the world. 3 cheers for the luminary, hip hip. Anyone? Well, what can I say? My little soldier's done his old mum proud yet again. Now run along and see the king. Your granddad will be looking down on you from heaven with a big smile on his face, I'm sure. Woof woof. I'm a guard of Heliodor, and my job is to ensure the king never comes to any harm ever again. Ah, Jax, fear not. I will see to it that not so much as a fly disturbs your conference with his majesty. The king is eager to speak with you. Please enter. His majesty awaits you in the throne room. Alright, I guess we gotta go to the throne room. And see, he doesn't have much room beside his throne. So, like,
I know the truth now.
Jade and Hendrik standing there, they're like about to fall off.
Swallow. The things I did while under the monster's spell are almost too terrible to contemplate. If not for you, this kingdom, no, this entire world would have been turned to ashes. All would have been lost to Mordigan. A true hero stands among us. Erdrea is eternally in your debt. You are a worthy heir to the legendary Erdwin. Truly, you are the luminary, our light, and our hope.
You really did it, huh?
What's the matter, Veronica? I don't know.
No, Veronica!
Welled up all of a sudden. I'm just glad to be here with all of you, I suppose.
Oh my god, Veronica, she does care.
But where else would you be, you silly thing? You're right. I'm being stupid. Sorry. Thank you for everything.
Quite so fast.
What's going on?
Just when you think the game's over.
I sense something awful. Something truly, truly evil. But where is it coming from?
We knew the game wasn't over, though, because of that tockle, that weird tockle. It left.
What was it Mordigan said just before he died? Something about not being the only one who defied the flow of time, right? But what did he mean?
Right. That's what I said.
Your Highness, please, you must come quickly. It's Erdwin's lantern.
What? The balcony! Upstairs! Quickly!
You've seen the sky, haven't you, Jax? It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. The king was in a real state. He raced off upstairs. I reckon you should join him. He's going to need your help. We all are. We splutter. Ha, ha. You should join the king on the balcony. I just need to catch my breath. Ha, ha. Ha, I could tell you what's going on, but I reckon it's probably better if you see for yourself. So we're back to Erdwin's lantern. I was on sentry duty outside the castle when I happened to glance up at the sky, and that's when I saw it, Erdwin's lantern, looming right overhead. I have no idea what's happening, but I've got a strange feeling it might have something to do with you. Okay, so, but instead of Erdwin's lantern crashing into Gallopolis, this time it's crashing into Heliodor. Just when I thought your adventures were at an end, it seems you've got yet more to contend with. That's what I just said. Well, first things first, you'd better find out what's going on with that sky. The way the king and his guards are acting, it seems like something's very wrong indeed. Oh dear me, they are so heavy it's painful to breathe. Blimey, have you seen the state of the sky? I'm not normally the nervous type, but it's got me pretty worried, I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, as long as me old mucker Eric and his pal the Luminary are on our side, we don't have nothing to worry about, right? This is simply terrifying. Please, you have to promise me you won't leave one on one's own, Dirk, my darling. Since ancient times, people believe that when the stars move, the fate of mankind hangs in the balance. Now it seems something has happened to Erdwin's lantern. We can only pray this isn't the prelude to some terrible calamity. Don't worry, Sandy. Don't worry, girl. You'll be safe here with me, I promise. I've never seen Sir Hendrik lose his cool, but when he and the king rushed past, I swear he looked almost panicked. He almost looked panicked, and what are they doing heading up to that balcony anyway? Wine. His Majesty headed for the balcony on the top floor. Please join in there and see what is going on. The doors to the balcony are up the stairs and straight down the corridor. Please hurry. I think the evil Tockle is like some part of Mordigan. And that's why when he saw it, he was like, oh, you're not the only one that defied time. I thought things had settled down, but oh no, now the sky has gone dark and people are running around in a blind panic. I saw the king run out onto the balcony. What in the world could have caused him such distress? How would you know he went on the balcony? You couldn't have seen it from here. And this is your post, you wouldn't have left. Just when we were celebrating the Luminary's heroics and the return of the king, this has to go and happen. The king went to the top floor of the castle. You should join him there as quickly as he can. Have you seen the sky? It doesn't look like good news is on its way. One of the guards said something about Erdwin's lantern, but what's that got to do with anything? That Erdwin's lantern is about to crash into Heliodor is probably what that has to do with Erdwin's lantern. I was very concerned about the king's health. He has been in thrall to that evil being for a very long time after all, but he has been recovering well. Yet now it seems he has another crisis to contend with. I know he is the king, but this cannot be good for him. No, it cannot. It cannot be good for anybody. Can you imagine the stress of being a king or a queen? Like, everybody wants, like, to be a king or queen or whatever, superhero, the chosen one, whatever, but can you imagine the stress you'd be under? Nothing's what it seems. You are at the dark spawn, the king was possessed by a demon, and now the sky has changed color. And there I was hoping things were finally going to settle down. No such luck, it seems. It's just one blooming thing after the other, isn't it? Yes, it is. In this game, yes, it is. Well, piece of the prize that isn't easily won, I suppose. The guards are tearing about the place, shouting about balconies and stars and who knows what else. I don't have the first clue what's going on. I remember when, back in my day, when I first started playing this game, I remember when we were chasing the rainbow, and, you know, you have to chase it throughout, like, 3 kingdoms, and just when you think you're about to find it, somebody will be like, oh, no, I sold it to somebody else, or like, oh, no, that was taken by whoever. And I would be like, really? And that was small stuff compared to the rest of the game. So the New Year ball is back. Yeah, yes, Bahamut, it is. The guards are muttering something about the sky. What's happening? Is there a storm on the way? Well, they don't have to worry. The castle isn't going to blow away. Oh, you rhymed. Don't tell me there's a storm coming. Anything but that. I'm absolutely petrified of thunder. It seemed like a fairy tale ending. The luminary had fulfilled his destiny, the king was saved, and we could finally live in peace, but sadly things aren't so simple. It seems a higher power has ordained that the story of the luminary and the kingdom of Heliodor is not over yet. Alright, well, it doesn't look like they'll allow me to leave the castle. And I probably can't go into those other rooms either. There's something going up on the balcony, and I thought things were getting back to normal. The drama never ends, it seems. It all happened so suddenly. The sky changed color, and I suddenly got this awful sinking feeling. Head down to the corridor outside the throne room and then take the stairs. You'll find the king out on the balcony. Quick, you have to go and see what's going on. Oh, Jax, I thought you'd be in the throne room. What are you doing here? You haven't heard what's going on? I'm sure that guard said something about Erdwin's lantern as he rushed past. What's going on? The guard who was posted outside just raced past. He didn't look happy. He was muttering something about some star or other. What could he have seen? It felt like something very bad is about to happen. I've never seen the sky this color. It changed just like that. Whatever's going on, it's not good. Oh, what are you doing here? The king headed for the balcony on the top floor. I think it's best if you join him. Something's going on upstairs. I hope it's nothing bad. What's happening? A guard just rushed past with a terrified look on his face. Please go ahead. It seems you are needed urgently. I have heard from Sir Hendrik that something has happened to Erdwin's lantern, but do not take my word for it. You should go and see for yourself. Something happened to it? Okay, so something happened to it. So already it's different because it's over Heliodor now instead of Gallopolis. But now something's happened to it.
This sky, I have never seen its like.
Look! Over there!
Erdwin's lantern! It's falling!
That toggle has something to do with this, because that's where we first saw that toggle, is when we went to see Erdwin's lantern in the Gallopolis desert. And we were at those ruins where it was like right under Erdwin's lantern, and then that weird toggle showed up. And I was like, what is that? Like, it was so creepy, and it was like just walking on top of people. Or maybe that wasn't like the first time. Because I remember, I think we were like in Gallopolis, and it was like walking on top of people, and nobody noticed it except the luminary. But in the Gallopolis desert, it talked to us. Like, it was like, you can see me, and then you can answer yes or no, and I answered no, because usually I like to say no first, just to see what they would say. And then the toggle was like, yes, that was a stupid question, I guess. I didn't expect it to say that. I don't know what it would have said if I said yes. It might have said the same thing, actually. But it showed up like when we were investigating Erdwin's lantern. So that thing has something to do with Erdwin's lantern. And now it left the room. It left the room where the luminary was, and now something weird is happening with Erdwin's lantern. Yeah, we never found out who that guy was.
Another place and time. Mordigan destroyed me.
What? Oh, so that's not Mordigan.
But Mordigan is no more.
What is that thing?
Now, none stand in my way. Now is my time. Now I am home.
What? You're telling me Mordigan isn't... What? You're telling me Mordigan isn't the only big bad in this game? You have another big bad? That's crazy. After all we've been through, you're gonna have another big bad come in at the last minute. Oh my god, what is that? That is a big boy. Oh my god. Okay, explanation, please.
Erdwin's lantern has fallen. I fear this bodes ill for us all. I dare make this request of no other, Luminary. I must ask that you investigate.
Of course.
The great star fell to Earth in the celestial sands. They can be seen from the Emerald Coast. That must be your first port of call.
Sire, I would ask your leave to join this expedition. I cannot atone for all that I have done. But perhaps in joining you, I might repay my debt at least in part.
You know, it's weird because Carnelian actually doesn't really know Hendrik because he was Mordigan for like, what, 16 years? Because I don't know exactly how old the Luminary is supposed to be, but I'm guessing 16 or 17. So that means Carnelian has been Mordigan for like 16, 17 years. And so he really like actually doesn't know Hendrik very well. Because Hendrik was, I would say like 12 maybe when Jade was born, 11 or 12. And so he was Carnelian then, because it wasn't until the Luminary was born that Mordigan possessed Carnelian. So he only knew Hendrik when he was a kid. So he's never known Hendrik as an adult.
Luminary, I will be your sword, your shield, your unswerving companion.
Okay, but what level are you? Yeah, you're only level, what, 36? Oh, see, I don't like those. I don't like how everybody reverted back. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't been there to free the king from the demon's clutches, and now it seems you are relying on you once again. Please, Jax, find out what's happened to Erdwin's lantern. People are already starting to panic. Sir Hendrik's going with you, isn't he? He's the pride of Heliodor. He really is. There's nothing he wouldn't do to protect this kingdom, but that doesn't mean it'll be lost without him. Oh no, we'll keep it nice and safe until he returns. Erdwin's lantern was destroyed by Mordegon before. Just keep playing. Level 33 isn't forever. I know, but I had already done so much work on everyone. What's he using? Oh man, see, I don't even remember. I know I was having him use an axe. I think it was this one, Maxi Axe. And then you are using... We could see the highest defense. Brain Drainer. Good metal helm. What are you wearing? Okay, I guess you are wearing Hendrik's armor. You'll see, they'll give you your levels back. Oh, okay. Oh, well, actually... I have all their weapons. So I should have equipped them with the equipment I had on them. No, Serena should have the Brain Drainer. And then Hendrik can have... You can have the Saint's Shield. Also in Act 3, the most powerful skills are in this act. Don't forget to look at Rebecca too, she has more skills. You mean Veronica? When you get their level, backtrack Veronica. Okay. I think she was, oh, Goddess's Tiara, maybe? Yeah. Oh my god, I don't remember what she had equipped. I think she had the Brainy Bracer. You know what? This means I was even better than I thought in that fight against Mordegon because I didn't even have their right equipment on because I didn't realize I still had all the equipment that I had before. And so they were all equipped with whatever I had them equipped with at this point in the game before. Restorative, I know I put something else on him instead of the restorative. How difficult was Mortigan to you compared to the rest? Not really that difficult. The only thing that gave me trouble was that mist he would cast on me that reversed healing. I think I have a spirit bracer on him. Oh my god, Bell's bow. I had it at +3, now we're back to +2. Oh wait, no, I have both. What? Now I have 2 of them? So I have 2 of them because I went back in time and kept the one that I had from that other timeline. Give her Titan Belt. I was laughing when you tried to heal Veronica with an item and she just died. Yeah, I wanted to experiment. Like, do items work? Like, I wasn't sure if, like, only spells were affected or if, items also worked. But I found out it also affects items. I literally have no idea what I had equipped on everybody else. Since I don't use these party members, I have no idea what they were doing. I mean, they're really just here for backup. Corsair's coat. I guess that's fine. Oh, Veronica! Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Magma staff. I don't remember getting that at all. I haven't put, oh my god, I haven't put equipment on Veronica in so long. We'll give her something +3. I don't need her attack to be good. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't been there to free the king from the demon's clutches. Now it seems we're relying on you once again. Please, Jax, find out what's happened to Erdwin's lantern. People are already starting to panic. Sir Hendrick's going with you, isn't he? He's a private P-leader, he really is. There's nothing he wouldn't do to protect this kingdom. But that doesn't mean it'll be lost without him. Oh no, we'll keep it nice and safe until he returns. So Erdwin's lantern has fallen from the sky. What can this signify? People are beginning to panic. We must find out what is happening. This is a task I must entrust to you, Jax. The lantern hangs above the celestial sands. The Emerald Coast should provide you with a safe vantage point from which to view it more closely. Oh, wait, did I equip Hendrick? No. Well, I did, but not with his accessories. Token of fealty. Oh, he had that equipped for a long time. Even if we should enjoy a peaceful future, all the time Mordigan stole from us with his foul deception cannot be recovered. I cannot imagine how much pain he has inflicted on you, not to mention Princess Jade, King Robert, and of course our own king. Jax, I've been beside myself with worry ever since I heard about Erdwin's lantern. Stars falling out of the sky can't be a good sign. Please do whatever you can to protect us. I wonder if they changed everybody's dialogue now that Erdwin's lantern has fallen. I took a little look from the balcony and now I'm really rattled. Whatever that thing is, you can tell from here that it's bad news. The luminaries are shining like a dawn to banish the darkest night, but for Erwin's heir there is no rest, and so he faces another test. Yep. Of course. Did I talk to you? Yes, I did. This is His Majesty's chamber, and before you ask, no, you're not coming in. It's being cleaned right now. Normally, protocol would demand I forbid you from entering this room, but Princess Jade has given you special permission. Go right ahead. Oh, we can go into Jade's room! I didn't think it would happen! I've got Princess Jade's room looking spick and span so it will be ready for her when she gets back. She was gone for so long and must have been through so much. The least we can do for her is make sure she has a nice room to come home to. Why does she have a room divider at the foot of her bed? And what is this room divider doing over here? This is doing nothing. It's up against a wall. Wait a minute, what? I've been in here? Because the treasure chest is open. Wait, when have I been in here? There's an old time-worn diary covered in child scribblings. Jack takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. With faltering lines, someone has drawn what appears to be a pair of matchsticks. One of them has a beard, the other is wearing a ribbon. Beneath the illustration, it says, "My daddy and me." Aw, wait a minute. Is this? I think I came in here when you go into Heliodor Castle in Act 2. You can't go into Heliodor, but you can go into the castle. Fear not, the proud men of Heliodor will defend the kingdom in your absence. But the castle's all taken over by monsters. With the mighty Sir Hendrik fighting alongside you, there will be no stopping you. Yeah, except I don't even use him in my party. For Erdwin's lantern to fall from the heavens is unthinkable. I can't help fearing the world has had some terrible curse placed upon it. Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot to happen to Erdria in a short amount of time. God, such a shame. No sooner does the beautiful Princess Jade return home that she's heading out on the road again. But at least she'll be with you, Jax. You'll make sure she comes home safe and sound, won't you? I was very concerned about the king's health. He had been enthralled to that evil being for a very long time, after all, but he has been recovering well, yet now it seems he has another crisis to contend with. I know he is the king, but this cannot be good for him. It's just one blooming thing after the other, isn't it? Well, peace is a prize that isn't easily won, I suppose. So it seems you're leaving us again. Well, I don't know what you're going to be facing, but you can bet I'll be praying for you. So Mordigan's gone. So we are done with Mordigan. So we got another big bad. Someone mentioned it being some sort of star or some such. Well, if something like that fell out of the sky, we really would be in trouble. Everyone's talking about Erdwin's lantern being the symbol of the luminary and wondering what it could all mean. But first things first, someone needs to check it hasn't landed on anyone's head. I'm frightfully embarrassed by my ignorance, but I don't have the first clue what this Erdwin's lantern thingamajig actually is. It seemed like a fairy tale ending. The luminary had fulfilled his destiny, the king was saved, and we could finally live in peace, but sadly things aren't so simple. It seems a higher power has ordained the story of the luminary, and the kingdom of Heliodor is not over yet. Oh, so your dialogue didn't change. Have I read this book? Erdrian Geographic. Of the many nations, both large and small, that make up Erdria, there are 5, the so-called Great Five, that stand above all others in the eyes of the world. Ancient and honorable Dundrasil, steadfast and stony Heliodor, Gallopolis with its noble desert knights, Niflheim with its snow-capped towers, and last but not least, Swordrust, carpeted in flowers. These 5 nations guide the world, meeting every few years at the great conference known as the Colloquy of Kings in order to steer the course of Erdrian affairs in a direction agreeable to all. Yes, I have read that before. So the one kingdom you never get to see is Swordrust, because we get to see Dundrasil in flashbacks. But we have never seen what Swordrust looked like. I'm not the superstitious sort, but when people start talking about stars falling out of the sky, even I start to get worried. After all, Erdwin's lantern is a symbol of hope for all life in Erdria. We can't just have it plummeting from the heavens, can we? To think I've been gazing up at Erdwin's lantern since I was a little boy, and now in just a single night, it's not where it's always been. I'm not the religious sort, but at times like this, it makes you feel like a good prey might not go amiss. Okay, I'll come back out here and talk to the rest of the people. But first we have to check, see if there's anyone else to talk to down here. Oh, you fancy a trip down to the dungeons, do you? Sorry, son, it's off limits. There's some bad sorts down there, you know? If you think about it, the king gave the orders for us to hold the banquet back when he was still possessed by that demon. I was worried for a while that the food might have poison in it or something, but everyone seems fine so far. Oh, you know what? That actually would have been a good idea. If he poisoned the luminary, and then he could have taken the sword. Or actually... no. Poisoning the luminary would have solved his problem. Oh, you're that luminary fellow, aren't you? No, he doesn't... okay, he doesn't say anything different. What's all this say? One of the maids must have been keeping a cat. It shouldn't be in here with all the grub, but it doesn't look like it's in a hurry to go nowhere. Well, where is that maid then? All the folks from Cobblestone want to give you a proper send-off. They're waiting at the entrance, so make sure you stop by before you leave. While Sir Hendrik is away, I can assure you that not a speck of dust will be allowed to settle in his room. Ever since he was a boy, this has been his refuge from all the trials life has thrown at him. Shall make sure it is waiting for him once he returns from this latest. I still don't get it. Why would a demon pretend to be the king for all these years? Come to think of it, he must have been possessed right around the time you were born. I wonder if there's any connection. Deary me, it's all go, isn't it? No sooner do you finally get to meet the real king than you're being sent off on another adventure. Well, when your granddad said you had things to do, he wasn't joking. I know you can do this. You're my little soldier after all. Woof woof. I was hoping we'd be able to travel back to Cobblestone together after you spoke to the king, but no such luck. Seems the Luminary's work is never done, but if you get time to pop into Cobblestone on your travels, well, you know, don't be a stranger. Just when I thought your adventures were at an end, it seems you got yet more to contend with, but I know you're going to see things through. That's the Cobblestone way. We're not quitters. The king said we could stay here for as long as we like. That was very nice of him. I won't want to be traveling now. No, it's much better to wait until things calm down a bit, but I still can't help missing good old Cobblestone. I'm sorry, but until I see what's happened to Erdwin's lantern with my own eyes, I'm not going to believe all the speculation and gossip. I mean, seriously, stars don't just fall out of the sky. We know that Erdwin's lantern has been revered as a symbol of the luminary since time immemorial, but the truth is no one knows its true nature. Does its descent bode ill, or could it be a blessing? I have no idea, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's the latter. Okay, yeah, I did talk to them. To think you really are the next luminary, heir to the legendary Erdwin. It is an honor to let you pass. You'll always be welcome here in Heliodor. There you are. Listen, you have to help. Word's starting to spread about Erdwin's lantern and people are panicking. Please do something before this gets out of hand. You better hurry to the Emerald Coast and see what's what. So it seems you saved our kingdom from a terrible fate. Did I talk to her before? I'm not sure. I only wish we knew for certain it meant monsters weren't going to come back. We can't let our guard down yet. I have a feeling it's going to be a while before things are finally back to normal. I think I did talk to her. I've lived in Heliodor all my life, but I've never felt such tension in the air. The idea of stars falling from the sky, I've never heard the like. So they definitely did change dialogue again. There's something strange in the air. Even the leaves rustling in the breeze sound eerie. I can't quite explain it, but it's like they're crying out for help. Okay, you don't say anything different. I can't go in there. Is everything alright? I think I've met the love of my life, but how do I tell her? I don't want to pick the wrong moment and blow it. But now with Erdwin's lantern looking like it's set to crash into the ground, it doesn't seem like I've got much to lose. Maybe I should just pop the question. We cannot know what the future may hold, but we must do all that we can to protect our noble bloodline. It cannot end with us. Yeah, I talked to you. Okay, this is not the direction I want to go in. I heard what happened on the night of the banquet. I'm going to protect the king and make sure nothing like that can happen again. Yeah, it feels like the end of the world. Please don't let Erdwin's lantern fall on Heliodor. I'm scared. Even the guards look nervous. Something bad is happening, isn't it? The grown-ups all seem really worked up about something, but they never tell us kids anything. I hear Princess Jade will be accompanying you on your adventures again. I fear the king will find himself rather lonely without her. He has had a hard time, after all. First he lost his wife, then he missed seeing his daughter grow up. If it were me, I'd be in bits. I suppose he's made of stronger stuff than that, but still, I do feel for him. I understand the king has asked the princess and Sir Hendrik to join you on your latest adventure. Deep down, I'm sure it will pain him greatly to see them leave. I don't think he asked them to do it. I think they asked him. But then the king has never let himself be ruled by his emotions. He always puts his kingdom first. That's a good king. I heard all about you. You saved the king and drove out the demon who was possessing him. You're a proper legend. Everyone's talking about you, you know, you're the toast of Heliodor. It's been a fair old while, but Sir Jasper still hasn't returned. I do hope nothing's happened to him. The king and Sir Hendrik arrived back at the castle ages ago. Where could he have got to? Oh, so your dialogue doesn't change. I mean, because they announced that... Well, actually, you know what? I don't know if they announced anything about Jasper. But they did announce that Carnelian was possessed by an evil demon. They didn't say it was Mortigan. I don't know how many people in Erdrea would know who Mortigan is. So maybe that's why they just said he was possessed by an evil demon. Or maybe they just didn't want to scare people. I heard that you and Sir Hendrik had put your differences aside and were working together now. Well, that's good to hear. Former foes can make surprisingly good allies. You two together will surely be unbeatable. Well, wherever your adventures take you, know I'll be here praying for you. All the grown-ups are being strange and fidgety. What's going on? People are saying all sorts of things about Erdwin's lantern, but it's too far away to tell what's going on. I'm scared. What if Erdwin's lantern falls out of the sky? It could hurt someone. I heard all about the king. It still hasn't quite sunk in. I mean, I spent years trying to make sure not so much as a mouse sneaked into the castle, and yet there was a demon in our midst the whole time. There are all these rumors flying around about the king being controlled by some kind of evil being. I just can't believe it. Not a rumor. Erdwin's lantern is falling out of the sky. That can't be good, can it? I just hope it doesn't cause any awfulness. What's this door? This one? Oh, you're from out of town, aren't you? You didn't choose the best time to visit, did you? You missed the Luminary's banquet, and now everyone's in a blind panic about Erdwin's lantern. No, it's not a fun time to be visiting Heliodor. Oh, I think I missed him when I came out of the castle at the banquet. This house is very obscure, though. It's like hidden in this little back alley. Oh, this is a big house. Down and out in downtown Heliodor. In last month's issue, we shed some light on the lesser-known highlights of Heliodor's historic city center. This month, we'd like to take a moment to talk about the city's diverse downtown district. The land this quarter occupies once served as a defensive trench, but with the town's population growing by the day, new arrivals had no choice but to make their homes in this ditch beyond the walls. Soon the bustling shanty town had attracted a whole host of colorful characters, came to be known as a place of great risk but also of great opportunity. Downtown Heliodor struggles with crime is no secret, but for some thrill seekers, it offers an excitement found nowhere else. Do you dare take a walk on the wild side? I don't really know that that area should be called downtown Heliodor. It seems like downtown Heliodor would be like the center of Heliodor. Those are more like the slums of Heliodor. Oh, I don't think I went in this house either. Heliodor is normally such a nice, peaceful place, but everyone seems rather worked up today. I wonder what can be going on. This is going to be so tasty, and oh my god, you know what? They use the same character model as that girl that's always cooking in the orphanage in Octagonia. They even use the same pan and the same food. Okay, so they've changed a lot of, not 100% of people, but a lot of people's dialogue to update talking about Erdwin's lantern. Which is like I'm just still so shocked every time. I came here looking for some excitement, but there's nothing going on. Maybe I should stick to the main drag rather than loitering in back alleys. I'm still so surprised every single time they update people's dialogue after something happens. Because I mean that is a lot of work to update like almost every NPC's dialogue after like very like minor things happen. The Chronicles of Corporal Crag. But as we marched across the rolling plains and meadows, encounters with roaming monsters grew more frequent. It was not long ere we met with the most dreaded of them all, the dragon. Clad head to toe in scales as hard as stone, neither sword nor spear could make but the slightest scratch in the beast's hide. It seemed certain to slay us to a man. I swung my blade in wild desperation. Somehow a blow connected and sent the great lizard reeling. We fled without a moment's hesitation, fearing it might soon regain its composure. To this day I know not why my attack had the effect it did, but I and every one of my men owe our lives to this miraculous quirk of fate. I am pretty sure I have not read that book before. I don't know that I ever found my way up here. I've been saving my pennies, and now it's time to spend them. You can't afford to be stingy, you know. It's important to get yourself the best kit. I mean, I don't know. That sounds... Oh, well, I definitely didn't get that. But I feel like that guy's dialogue is something I've heard before, but I guess not, because I don't think I have ever made my way up here. Hey, you'll never believe this. Apparently none other than the luminaries up at the castle. He's a legend. I'd love to see him with my own eyes. Hello there. Tell me, is there something funny going on up at the castle? No. Well, that's good to hear. They don't hold banquets up there every day, so I suppose all the shouting and screaming I heard was just folks getting a bit carried away. Now we say yes. What's that? The king was possessed by an evil demon? Wahaha, sure, yeah, and I'm a monkey's uncle. And that's not the half of it, then he... I was outside the city walls when I came dangerously close to being mauled by a monster. Watch the ones with green eyes, they're particularly savage, I warn you. Okay, we can finally leave Heliodor. I talked to everybody I possibly could, I think. Oh, that's a nice shot. So, can I still go places? Can I still, like, zoom places? Oh, look at that dragon. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to fight it because... Yeah, because they're not at the level I want them to be at. Jax tries to cast zoom, but a mysterious power prevents the spell from working. Oh, you can't zoom anywhere. Welcome to Act 3, baby. Oh boy. Okay. You know what? No, let's fight the dragon. We got this. Really? I hate the crossbow. A malicious black dragon. If you don't know, this is the nostalgia DQ1 music being played. Oh, really? I did not know that. Damn, Jade.
Not bad at all.
Okay, Luminary, I was working on Blade of Ultimate Power. Eric. Rab did 1 damage, yeah. I was just trying to get him some MP back, though. And anyway, he's still contributing. This arena really does not need dual wielding. I miss having multi-thrust and lightning thrust. Axes. Oh, crap. That was a sword. She can dual wield wands to increase potency of heals or wand and shield for a more defense block chance. Yeah, I have her with a wand and shield right now. But yeah, that's a good point. She could do dual wield wands for more magic power, and she could. Oh, you know what? She could steal more MP by dual wielding. I think, or I don't know. Does it stack? $13 skill points? Okay, that's not too much. What else does she have? Actually, don't know if they stack. That'd be a good amount of MP if it works. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. So, once you get some more skill, or I can respec, I guess. You know, I still can't get my head around it. 1 minute I'm a small-time thief locked up in the dungeons, and the next minute I'm fighting alongside Sir Hendrik himself. I guess life's funny like that, though, right? I'm not going to complain about having him on board. He knows what he's doing with a sword, that's for sure.
Okay.
Hendrik was known far and wide as the pride of Heliodor. He was a nightmare to have as an enemy, but as an ally, he's hard to beat. Now let's get to the Emerald Coast and see what's going on with Erdwin's lantern.
Let's have a nice wee chat, shall we?
Well, we're looking like a pretty formidable unit, laddie. I mean, you've gone from strength to strength, and now we've got young Hendrik on board, too. Still, I can't help feeling a wee bit nervous. There's something in the air, something dark and foreboding. I'm worried things will get worse before they get better. I've worked in some weird and wonderful ensembles in my time, but teaming up with Hendrik after all these years must be the most unexpected twist of them all. I wonder if he's still scared of the dark. Wait, ignore that. I was just thinking out loud. Wait, what? What do you mean? I wonder if he's still scared of the dark. Maybe I'd have a better view of Erdwin's lantern if Hendrik had given me a piggyback. I'll have to ask him next time. Still feels a bit weird we're on the same side, but we'll get used to it. Life's full of surprises.
A word, if you please.
Thank you for allowing me to join you, Jax. I feel nothing but shame when I think of the times I called you Darkspawn. No, those days are gone. Now I am at your service and that of the princess. I will fight to defend you to the very end.
I wasn't going to mention it, but...
It still feels strange to be traveling with Hendrik, but we're allies now, so we'll have to put the past behind us. I'm still a bit nervous around him, to be honest. Should I be calling him Sir? Okay, so we definitely need to get to this campsite and do a rest. Okay, so I think we're gonna stop there at the campsite. I think we're gonna stop the... what I mean by that is, I think we're gonna end stream after we rest and save at the campsite. That was a close shave, all right. I was going for a little wander when a monster I've never seen before jumped out at me. A proper nasty blighter it was, too. We've never had anything but tiddlers around here till now, and suddenly the place is crawling with hulking great terrors. I'd recommend saying your prayers at the statue and resting at the campsite before you head off anywhere. You don't want to go out there unprepared. Great stream, Rebecca. Act 3 has officially started, baby. Good night. Good night, GC. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. Okay, so I did talk to everybody, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna stop there for the night. We'll read out if you want us. Deliriously happy camper, awarded for making camp 100 times. Wait, really? Only 100 times? That actually seems really low for the amount of because I refuse to stay at inns, so I always stay at campsites unless the game forces me to stay at an inn. So 100 times seems actually very low. Okay, so we're gonna raid out. If you guys want to stick around for the raid, please do so. I'll be back on Thursday and Friday. I will not be back on Saturday because I have to work early on Sunday. So no stream on Saturday. Depends on how work goes on Sunday, but I may be back on Sunday night. There's a trophy for that. Only you got that trophy. You're so cheap. I mean, I had to save my gold. Good stream, Rebecca. Thank you so much, Bahamut. I appreciate that. We gotta buy the latest armor and weapons and stuff. Although I have a lot of gold now, like a lot. I have like 200,000 gold now, so it's probably not gonna be a problem. Okay, hashtag Rebecca Raid. Let me see what I have on. Oh, John Pika the musician is on. I don't know if we've raided him before because we tried to raid him before, but he didn't have his raids on. But he's raided me a couple of times, so maybe he has them on now. Although, I mean, he could have his raids turned off for being raided. Oh, he still doesn't have them turned on. Okay, like because like you can raid other people as long as they have their raids turned on to accept from other people. Okay, well, he does not have raids turned on, so gotta go to somebody else. Let's go see Frosty Lemon. I think we haven't seen him in a little while, and he's also playing some kind of Dragon Ball Z game, which some of you guys might be interested in. Okay, guys, let's go see Frosty Lemon. Okay, guys, go, if you haven't seen Frosty Lemon before, go say hi to him. See if you like him. If you like him, give him a like and subscribe. Alright, guys, I'll be back on Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out here. Have a good night. Bye.